get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. What's up, how old are you?
Okay, so I set up the spy by 5Q.
First the hand did you vote Trump?
Oh, can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah, did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, why so?
Okay, so I had a few reasons. Firstly, my opinion on abortion. Also, if I speak too fast at any point, let me know. I'm on Adderall.
You're gonna be fine. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. So, firstly, I would say abortion. I don't think he solely caused the banning of Roe v. Wade, but I do believe it was a push we needed in our country.
He brags about it. He brags about being the determining factor.
I'm saying, yeah, he elected the people who were in the.
He put them in the Supreme Court, and then they overturned Roe versus Wade.
Right, which again I think was good for our country.
Okay, well, so then he is responsible for. Not only is he responsible for it, but then you believe it's murder, right? Abortion?
I don't think. I think it is murder, but you should not be arrested for it.
Should murder be left up to the states?
No.
No? Okay, well, that's what Trump was advocating for.
Right.
Was leaving murder up to the states.
It's we use these words colloquially, even if it's not by definition murder. I think it is like it's immoral killing. That's what immoral killing.
That's what murder is.
Not always. I mean, for example,
that's what
you
murder
kill
is.
someone immorally without it being murder. I would say.
Give me an example.
Okay, if someone breaks into your house and they're unarmed and you kill them, I would say
that's not immoral.
I would say it's immoral.
Self-defense. How is it immoral to kill someone in self-defense?
Because if you have the option not to kill them, let's say they're going to leave, they're unarmed, yada yada yada. You don't have to kill them, even if it was.
Okay. Well, then that doesn't meet the criteria. That's not self-defense then.
I think it would be still because someone.
Let me give an example. If there was a baby that crawled into your house, you're not gonna shoot the baby. The baby's not a threat to you.
Right, but also there's a big
difference. Not self-defense.
There's a big difference between a baby and like a 30-year-old man.
Okay, so does a 30-year-old pose a threat?
Yes.
If they pose a threat, then that's self-defense.
Fair enough. So
in these cases, you have to be like you have to have reasonable suspicion that your life is at risk.
Okay. So do you think that there should be obviously you believe there should be federal protections? What do you think should be the limit on when someone should be able to get an abortion?
Yeah, so I think 20 to 24 weeks specifically in terms of elective circumstances would be a scenario that we would talk about because of sentience. But can I ask you, do you think murder should be in prison?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so then women who get access to abortion, you're telling me they should go to prison?
No, which is why I said earlier, I believe you could say it technically does qualify under murder, but I don't think it should be punished for it purely on the fact that I think the doctors should be punished for it because they wouldn't have the option to do it in the first place. Like in Canada, for example.
Okay, that's like saying if you hire a hitman, only the hitman should be responsible for murder. Push the hand art.
No, because in that context, it's conspiracy of murder. But it's like if you're in Canada, for example, and you shoot you commit a shooting. Guns are illegal there in the first place. We should also be punishing the person who sold you the gun. So in this case, we should at the very least be punishing the doctor.
Okay, no, I'm just asking you. I don't think we should be punishing because it's not murder prior to sentience. But I'm asking you specifically, if it is the case that you hire a hitman to kill someone, should you go to prison?
Yes.
Okay, so how is abortion, under your view, any different from that?
Okay, so I believe that obviously in the exceptions of incest, grape, life of the mother.
Talking in elective circumstances.
Okay, in elective circumstances. I just feel like personally, so the reason I believe it, because like I said, I do still believe it's murder. The reason I don't think they should be arrested for it is because it is still a woman's it is their body, right? So although I don't think the woman should be getting it, I think that
is it murder? Yes or no, though?
Yes.
Okay, so then, if you think murderers should go to prison, murderers should go to jail, then you should say that they should go to jail. Otherwise, it seems like you don't think that they're murderers. You say it's a woman's body. I agree with you. Well, now, does that indicate that it's not murder to you?
I think killing a fetus is murder. Okay, so let me show
this. Okay, so then they should go to prison, right?
If you took a fetus out of a woman's body and then just stomped on it, hypothetically, would that be murder?
Prior to sentience?
Yes. Why not?
Okay, so prior to sentience, we're talking an embryo. I have no issue with killing embryos. Now, I would have an issue with you violating someone's rights and taking a baby out of their body, right, without their consent.
Okay, and then I'm assuming 22, 23 weeks post sentience, you'd be against it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all we're saying is that it's justified to kill it prior to sentience, but it's not justified after sentience.
Okay. Because I feel like the way I hear a lot of people speak about it is on the case of like elective under like with no what's the word? No restrictions, like at any point, 8 months, whatever. And I feel like I just couldn't support that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, you're not really like responding to my point. You think it's murder, right? But then you don't think they should be in prison.
I would probably would have to think on that more. I can concede on that.
That they should go to prison.
No, that they should. And I guess I could concede on saying, because again, obviously we do agree like it is killing
Well, then
human
why
life.
should there be any laws on abortion?
Because I don't see if it's elective, I don't see a reason why you need to get one.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Like if
when
you
you
don't
say need, what do you mean by need?
like if you just decide you don't want to have a kid anymore, like if you have like an 8-year-old, you can't just drop them off in the middle of the road, right?
Yeah, because they're sentient.
So I feel like in the
Y-
case of an elective abortion, I said like even if it's not sentient, life still matters, right?
Okay. Do you think a family should be able to pull the plug on an individual in their family that's brain dead?
Honestly, no.
No, you think that's murder?
I don't. I know like by definition it would be by my standard, but I just don't. I don't think you should do it. No.
Is it murder?
I guess so by definition.
Oh, okay. So if you
I don't think the option should be there. So in that case, if like there wasn't an option to pull the plug and you just ran in there and did it, then yeah, that would be murder.
okay, so should I go to prison for pulling the plug on an individual in my family that's brain dead?
Assuming you didn't have authority to do so, yes.
Wait, no, I'm in the family.
Again,
I have authority from the family to do so.
I don't think there should be an option to do that. So I'm saying in that case, if you just did it anyways without approval, it would be
So
murder.
yes, I should go to prison.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that there's a genocide happening in the world globally in every country organized by their governments?
Not really, no.
Okay, well then you don't really think that pulling the plug on brain dead patients is murder. And the reason why I asked that question is because there is like hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people worldwide
Mhm.
every single year that end up in a brain dead state that ultimately have their plug pulled. And in a lot of scenarios, the rules, the regulations, Matt, thank you for the money gun, and in even some cases, funding, right, to sustain their life and then inevitably end it is all organized and chartered by the state and conjunct with state agencies. Right. So
Mhm.
if you truly saw that as murder, I mean, I would expect to see you protesting on every street corner about this multinational global genocide that is happening in every country, every city, every hospital that
Well, and
currently exists.
the reason I don't do that is
Your
because
Grafton, thank you for the
I just
$3.
said
Thank you.
earlier, although I don't think there should be the option to do that, I don't think I have enough knowledge on in terms of I don't okay, so I don't think I have enough knowledge on like the medical industry to fully say in what cases there should and shouldn't be the option to do so. But and I don't think it is murder if there is the option to do it. Like if even if it okay, I think if it is
Exactly. See how like being intellectually honest, like no, you don't actually see that as murder. Me neither.
well no, I see it as murder when like, okay, for example, like with execution, right? I don't think it's murder if someone's on death row to kill them. But if someone's on death row and I just pull them out of their cell and I don't work for that prison, I just shoot them, that's murder. So I think that obviously if a doctor pulls the plug or a family member who has authority does it, sure. If a random person does it, that's bad. But I don't think that family should have the option in the first place because I do think life that is sentient matters. Even if they are brain dead, I know there's not the potentiality for that. I think we should let them pass. This they're going to die anyways. You know what I mean?
No, no. So you think it should be court mandated to keep them on in hospital beds on machines?
If there's room to do so, yes.
Okay. Only if there's room? Are you saying that we should prioritize them less?
We should prioritize sentient life that has future potentiality over sentient life that doesn't have potentiality. Yeah.
It's not. They're not sentient if they're brain dead.
Well, they were sentient at one point. Sorry, I
I
think
I hate to run this argument, but I do think that it's valuable in this circumstance.
okay.
My thing when I think about a brain dead patient is like, why the hell are they more valuable than like a cow, a chicken, or
Okay,
or a pig? Like I bet you're not vegan or vegetarian.
I'm
So
not. No.
yeah, why the fuck does the life of this like human carcass, right, that has no brain function, never will again, matter more than the life of a cow? Like, what trait does this human carcass have that the cow doesn't, that makes it
Okay.
murder to kill one but not the other?
So, I think the reason I see it this way is because of a debate I heard like a year ago on the idea of like potentiality, past, present, and futures, like subjective experiences. I believe that obviously present and past are more significant than the future because basically everything has potential. But the fact that a cow, for example, has never experienced like a human level of sentient life versus someone that has in the past, even if they currently aren't and never will, I feel like that brain dead person still is more important and significant.
Oh, okay. So you only find value, right, predicated on sentience, right, and some conjunct
No,
or maybe some sense of they had it before or they'll have it again. So let me ask you this question. Let's just
well,
think of a
it's a
human zygote.
combination of human life and
Well,
sentience. It's a
let's think of a
combination.
human zygote, okay? All right, a
Okay.
unicellular human zygote that's never going to grow into anything more than that. It will remain a unicellular human zygote without consciousness forever. Is it
Hmm.
murder to kill it?
I guess I would say because I know it's a hypothetical, so obviously I can't really, but I guess I would say that it depends on why you're doing it. Like if you're just doing it for funsies,
Yeah,
I
for
would say so.
funsies.
I would say so.
So if Parker were to slap a cryogenically frozen human zygote, he should go to jail for 25 to life.
Yep.
Well, because it's Parker and I love him, I would say no. But everyone else,
Gina,
yeah.
think of the $3. Oh, come on, wait. Are you serious, bro? You wouldn't send
So
me to prison if I were a murderer? That's
so
kind of
you're
wild.
literally saying that you attribute value to our species classification.
I think it's a mixture of species classification as well as sentience. Yeah,
So, but if it's a mixture, meaning that both of those conditions are necessary,
both
well,
those
then the
should be
zygote.
considered. Yeah,
Okay, are those two traits necessary or sufficient?
I would say necessary.
Okay, well, if both of those traits are necessary, you'd have no reason to value the zygote because it doesn't meet both of your necessary conditions. It only meets
Would it
one.
not? Would it not be a human? Like
Well,
like
yeah, it'd
species?
meet
It's
one of
not
your
sentient.
necessary conditions, but it wouldn't meet the second one of being
Okay,
sentient.
okay. Sorry, I thought you meant like either or. Like,
Like
so,
I'm literally saying a zygote that will remain a zygote forever. It will never grow into
mm,
anything more. It is
well, in
indefinitely a
that specific
unicellular
instance, I
organism.
guess it would be fine. In the case of potentiality, I would say no.
Mm. Okay, so the only difference between a zygote that is indefinitely a zygote and will never grow into anything more than that, and a zygote that you and me once were, is its
It's,
future
it's
capabilities.
potential. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, so
and
are you arguing life and future potential? Because that's also attributed to the like sperm that led to
Yeah.
your
So
existence prior to conception.
the problem with the sperm argument that I'm iffy on is that I don't think people like should masturbate or anything if it's not for the purpose of like. But I don't think that's like wrong to do it.
Okay,
I'm just
well,
personally
okay,
against
okay.
it.
Well,
I
if
think
you're
it's
saying that
unhealthy
they shouldn't do it,
entirely.
that kind of seems that you're implicating that that's wrong.
Well, I mean, like
that's
I don't
what you
think it's
mean when you say something is wrong.
I
All that
don't think
we
it's
are communicating when we say something is good or bad is something that we should or shouldn't do.
okay. So okay, for example, like if we know a woman got an elective abortion at like 23 weeks, you might think it's wrong by your moral like values, but would you think that woman should be punished for it? Because I
After
feel like
sentience?
you can say something is yes, you can say something is wrong without
Yeah, yeah,
being
yeah. Like I think murder is wrong, right? I think murderer should be in
okay.
prison.
So you okay because
Yeah,
I've heard like some friends of mine, for example, have in their views it's like okay pre sentience you can do
but
whatever
like
post
the
sentience
point
they
I'm saying
wouldn't,
is
but
that
you
like
still do
after
whatever.
the point in which there's 20 to 24 weeks, there aren't people just going out and getting elective abortions
Right.
like that.
A
That's not
majority
like
of cases are like
no,
what
like the
like
cases
10 weeks.
after that point are typically speaking in the context of like medical circumstances.
Mhm.
At this point, like people have picked out names, right?
Mhm.
At this point, people are ready to bring the kid into life, right? Right with them, right? They're ready to take care of them in typical circumstances.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I wanted to run one more argument by you.
Yes,
So
sir.
seemingly we've reduced what you value in a zygote down to its future capacity for
To an extent, yeah.
sentience. If it doesn't have that, then you don't value it. So here's the deal.
But
I
I
don't
still
think
value it. I just don't value it as much. I don't think it
you
should
don't
be a
value it
murder.
enough to give it the right to life. Yeah, that's
Right.
fair.
I guess, yeah.
So here's my issue with that position. I don't think that we should confuse the actualization of having a trait currently with the capacity to have it in the future. So, for instance, we'd say that being 18 actually grants you the right to consent to sex because of like the current cognitive functions, etc. A 10-year-old has the potentiality to be 18 in the future. Should we extend the right to consent to intercourse to the 10-year-old the same way that you want to extend the right to life to the zygote?
No, but that's because
Mm-hmm.
okay. So with the 10 to 18 argument, I feel like it's different because the reason that you can't have sex like as when you're pre the age of consent isn't because of like physical capability. It's because of maturity. And maturity isn't a biological thing. It's a behavioral thing. It's not like maturity isn't because we're specifically human or because we're this or that. Like I feel like in most countries, for example, if someone who was 16, for example, somehow we could prove they had the mental maturity of a 30-year-old, a lot of people probably wouldn't argue. Which I still think that's weird because of the way they physically look. But like it's maturity. It's not like a oh my god, what's the word? Sorry, my brain is not
The
working.
arguments are identical because there is certain like rational states that are required to deploy sentience. The best that we can understand them to be at the moment is like thymocortical connections. These things have to occur within our neurobiology, right, in order for sentience to be granted, which you think bestows us the right to life. It's literally just brain development. And the same thing is true for the rational faculties that are required to consent to sex. So in the same way, like certain thymocortical connections may grant one sentience, other forms of biological development may grant one the
Wait,
rational faculties required to consent to
wait,
sex.
wait, Dean. I'm sorry. This guy has Leviticus 18:22 in his bio. Can I ask you, MAGA Patriot, how do you feel
Yeah.
about Leviticus 25:44 through 46?
Let me look that up.
He has Leviticus 18:22 in his bio.
Yeah, can you like read that out for me real quick?
Is that the one that gives is that the one that calls gay people gross or like says to stone him to death?
Let
I
me
don't,
make
it's
sure.
not saying that. It's a man shall I believe it's a man shall not lay with a man, as a man lays with a woman.
For that is an abomination. That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, but
Oh,
can you
yeah,
read
we
to me?
should
Can you read to me Leviticus 25:44 through 46?
Yeah, I think that you should read that to Parker.
Your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you and members of their clans born in your country, and they'll become your property. You can bequeath them to your children as inherited property and can make them slaves for life, but you must not rule over your fellow Israelites ruthlessly.
How do you interpret that verse?
Honestly,
Also, you have the Liberia flag in your bio.
oh
That's
yeah,
not a
that
American
part
flag.
was an inside joke from a friend. I know it's the Liberia flag. He puts
Anyways,
that.
how do you interpret the Leviticus 25 verses?
Honestly, I don't really don't care to speak on this because I don't believe the argument.
No, you can't speak on it. Oh, so let me ask you a question.
Leviticus 18:22, but can't speak on that one.
Yeah, so Leviticus
we're not gonna speak
18:22
on
is an
it
accurate
because
moral
there's-
prescription as bestowed on us by God, meaning that it is definitely wrong to be gay. But Leviticus 25:44 through 46, on the other hand, where God says that slavery is okay, you can't speak on it, you don't understand it, and we shouldn't reference it with an accurate depiction of God's moral code.
The reason I'm cherry picking that part specifically is because I feel like I don't think there's anything wrong with that because virtually all Christians do. I mean, most Christians eat pork, for example. Most Christians wear multi-fabric clothing. But
Okay,
they
I mean, but like, what's the justification in your worldview?
so the reason I believe it, so I don't believe being homosexual is wrong. I believe that sodomy is wrong.
Yeah, so but you're still not giving a relevant quality that differs the two. If it is the case that you're using Leviticus to establish the moral law in one scenario.
Yeah, so why should we trust Leviticus in chapter 18?
Well, I
but
mean,
not
you
in
should
chapter
trust it because
25?
you're atheist, I believe, correct?
We
Oh,
are
wait,
atheists.
wait,
We're
you'd say-
agnostic atheists.
Wait, you'd say that atheists shouldn't be Christian?
I don't think it's my job to oppose it on other people. I think
It doesn't matter. We're still asking you about your worldview because you put it in your bio.
Yeah, it's an internal critique, buddy. So go ahead and answer. So why should you trust Leviticus 18 but not Leviticus 25?
I couldn't really, without fully rereading, I wouldn't be able to tell you why, if I'm being honest.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna
You have to
baselessly
reread
throw out
whether or not
Leviticus-
slavery is justified.
So you're just gonna
No, I'd have to
baselessly throw
I'd
out
have to
Leviticus
reread more.
25. One second. You're just gonna baselessly throw out Leviticus 25 with no real reason. So why can't I baselessly throw out Leviticus 18 without any reason?
Oh no, you can. It's just, again, I don't believe I could fully speak and address on that. With like, to an extent, that would be well representative without rereading it. You know what I mean?
You need to read it again. Okay, read it again.
No, I'm saying without rereading the Old Testament, Leviticus in general. It's
So
something.
you have to sit down and you have to read. Like,
Well, because
all
context is a very
chapters.
important thing. So, for
Let
example,
me ask you a question. What's the context to Leviticus 18:22?
Except for, I won't be honest with you, I can't fully remember. I know.
So,
Like,
so see what
And
I
also,
mean?
what context justifies literal slavery?
I believe in the Bible the context it justifies it in is like in terms of war. But even then, I think it is stupid to say, like, well, if you treat your slaves good, it's okay to be slaves. I still think that's wrong. I think it very much is a sign of there's a lot of things in the Bible I don't
Well,
I
this isn't even good treatment of slaves because of enslaved people, because you understand that in Exodus 21:20-21, God says you can beat people who are enslaved insofar as that they recover after a day or two. Like you
right.
shouldn't be punished.
This is what I was about to say. I believe in Christian. I believe in, if this makes sense, religion not inherent. I believe in faith without inherent religion. If that makes sense, almost. So there's parts of the
What
Bible.
does that mean?
So I think there's parts of the Bible that are important to live by and or look at.
But
And
other
like,
parts that are not? Okay, so why
Yeah,
can't
but
you say that about Leviticus 18:22?
no, I'm
yeah.
saying, but
That's the ultimate way to guide this critique. It isn't to like call out a logical contradiction. It's just to say if you could ignore 25, I should be able to ignore 18.
no, and yeah, you can't ignore it if you'd like.
Okay, so why don't you ignore it? Do you just want to be homophobic?
No, in fact, my parents are lesbian. Like I said, I don't mind homosexuality. I mind sodomy because I don't believe that any sort of sexual action is justifiable without the intent of.
So why should we trust that Leviticus 18:22 is accurate?
You shouldn't have.
Bro, you don't like head?
I believe that if that's a precursor to having intercourse, I mean, why not? But
No, if it's not a precursor, you don't just like getting head?
not really.
Or
but
just giving head?
because I'm asexual, so no, sir.
Okay.
Um,
You
if
think it's wrong if I were to do that? In the
Uh,
context of marriage?
I think morally, I mean, technically, yeah. Again, if it's not with the explicit intent to later on have sex.
So
but I
it
mean,
would be wrong for me to engage in intercourse with my wife after she becomes infertile?
I mean, even if you're, so this is like a dumb question, but I know there are cases where like a woman is infertile or a man's sterile or whatever, and there's still like it's not like 100% guaranteed. Oh, you can't have children. It's like 99
No,
point whatever.
I'm saying once a woman specifically, like I'll give an example. She gets her uterus taken out, right, because of
Mhm.
something, right, that would require that. Like my mom had to after she gave birth to me, so she had to get hysterectomy. Right? Are you saying that it would be wrong for any woman who's infertile under under that criteria to have intercourse?
I mean, again, technically yes, because I don't think you should be doing those things without the intent of that. But I get
Why
why that
not?
is different. I'd have to think more on that. If I'm being honest with you.
Why do you think it's wrong to have sex without the intention of reproduction?
Because I do. Okay, so I don't believe that. So I believe that stuff like that has such potential grave consequences. One should be taken lightly. So I understand that obviously a byproduct of sexual intercourse is pleasure, whether or not you're intending to have reproduction. But I don't believe that that's the main intention of it, and therefore, okay, the main purpose of drive is to travel, right? So I don't believe that someone should just be driving it should be like just doing donuts in a parking lot for no reason. I believe that we should have things and
Do you believe
keep
that
them
NASCAR's
to.
wrong?
I don't support NASCAR now. I think it's stupid, very stupid. But if that's your thing,
Do you
good for
think
you.
it's immoral?
For our environment, yeah, I would say so.
Wait, you care about you care about the environment?
Not enough to really vote on it now, but enough to consider it.
So NASCAR is immoral because of the environmental impact, but Donald Trump's going to be a good president, even though he doesn't think that human-caused climate change is real.
Oh no, I know he doesn't believe in climate change. I think that's stupid, but I don't think it's big enough to where it's compromisable to me, depending okay, based on other things.
Oh, what about like the whole fact that he's a grapist?
I think that is awful. However, again, it's something. Okay, let me ask you a question. If Kamala Harris, if it came out in the exact same circumstance of the current election, if it came out that Kamala Harris was held civilly liable of sexually assault, sorry, of sexual assault, would that
When
be
she was
enough
running
for you?
against Trump?
Yes, would that be enough? In the hypothetical of Trump, he did everything else he did, everything else, but he did not. He was not civilly liable against Jean Carroll, right?
Yeah, I
So,
wouldn't vote.
so you wouldn't vote in general?
Yeah, most likely wouldn't.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I feel like I still vote. I think the worst thing you can do as an American who can vote is not vote solely on the fact that I believe you lose the responsive. You lose the.
Well, I just want to let you know if like Kamala Harris literally like what's it called, try to coup the country, she wouldn't be our candidate. Right? In the
Right.
Democratic
Yeah,
Party, we cut those things off.
And I will say one thing that I do have a problem with on the Republican Party, which I know I'm guilty of as well, and I feel like I need to look more, like reflect more on, is the fact that we are very guilty of candidate loyalism. I think we need to hold people more accountable, but I do believe that there weren't many better options we had on the right that would have reasonably gotten elected.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
I don't like Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't like the fact that he was chosen for his cabinet either. Not cabinet, but the government Department of Government Efficiency.
Vivek is bad, but no worse than like Donald Trump or any of the other cronies of the
Right, but I
party.
think that who do you think is more likely? Okay, if Ramaswamy ran against Kamala Harris, who do you think would win?
Who do I think would win?
Yes.
Like when now?
Yes, right now.
Probably Vivek.
If it was like November
Only
5th,
only
like,
because
without
people
current
attribute
president.
inflation to the incumbent president. Now,
Right.
say in
Yeah.
2028, I'd probably lean towards us.
Okay.
Like I think we're gonna have a comeback in 2028.
Which of course is like speculative, but which no, quick question, if you don't mind me asking. If you could choose any politician to win, just immediately win, who would it be?
Yeah. So like in terms of presidency,
Yeah, it could be any, it could be like governor, senator, pre-president, anybody.
either
Just
Pete or AOC.
okay, because I live in Kentucky. I've heard a lot of people say Andy Bashir. I don't agree with a lot of things he says. I do like it, what he's done for our state at the very least. I think Andy Bashir would be pretty cool.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Rad?
Yeah, so I had a question. So with immigration, if obviously margin of error, but how many people do you think roughly cross a day under Biden and Kamala?
It depends on the time you're referencing. It's different at different times.
What would you think the average is of past 4 years? I know there's obviously spikes.
I don't know the average. I'd have to look.
Okay. Do you
I
believe it
know
was
as of now it's lower than what it was under Trump's administration.
right? Do you believe that is do you think it's a byproduct of the president or like primarily external factors like COVID, for example?
External factors like inflation, global inflation.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for having me on. If I ever come back later, I will try to be more prepared. But you guys have a great day.
Got you.
The guy was pretty level-headed for being like a MAGA loyalist, Trump profile picture, patriot in the name and in the bio, then like anti-gay verses too.
Yeah. Yo, what's
I
up? How
expect
old are
those
you?
people to usually be like very loud,
Yo,
precocious, and rude.
How old are you,
Bro.
John?
I'm so happy Trump got elected, bro.
How old are you?
Okay, how do you?
I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
My birthday?
Birth year.
Yeah. He's doing the math in his head.
Did you hear his friends at 2006?
Yeah, well, good for him for like trying to do the math, I guess.
Yo, what's
my
up? How old are
God.
you?
Dude, Dave.
Hello?
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, sir.
Why so?
He's a better fit.
Okay. Why so?
He's got better, he's got better mentality.
What mentality?
Well, Kamala doesn't know what the hell's going on.
What do you mean?
If you look at her interviews and her, like, what she has going on, she can't answer a damn question without a teleprompter.
Okay, at the debates, did she have a teleprompter?
Yep.
Okay, name one question she didn't answer at the
She
debates.
had that earpiece for
She
her
had an
earrings.
earpiece?
She had an earpiece.
You're trolling, right? Okay, so what evidence do you have that she had an
Look at her
earpiece
earring.
that gave her the answers?
What?
What evidence do you have that she had an earpiece that gave her all the answers?
Her earrings.
Yeah, her
So-
earrings were proven not to be the ones that had the earpiece within it.
So if you're curious, her earrings were from Tiffany & Co. from a discontinued silver collection. She also had the matching necklace that she's worn on multiple occasions that goes along with the earrings, as well as I believe the R.I. yada yada something earpiece earrings that were referenced. Actually didn't look anything like the earrings that she was wearing.
They look
As
exactly
well as
like
there
it.
was other pictures of her wearing the same earrings outside of that particular setting. That lie has been very thoroughly debunked.
Well, I refuse to believe it. I mean, I seen the
Okay,
earrings.
I might actually be able to scroll up in my camera roll and debunk it for you right now, but just give
Go
me a moment.
ahead. Yeah, that's all right. Go ahead.
When was the debate? Does anyone know? Parker, do you know?
10. October.
October. Was it
I want to
near
say
the
earlier October.
early October? Thank you.
Well, let me ask you, how come you support Kamala, sorry.
Yeah, well, she influenced to get past the bipartisan infrastructure bill, Chips and Science Act, PACT Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act, which was good policy for the American working class. She advocated for policy that would reduce childhood poverty through the $6,000 child tax credit for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 through them being 5 years old, $3,000 through them being 18, a $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers for new homes, and then a $50,000 tax deductible for small businesses that were just starting out. So she actively advocated for policy that would benefit people, right, in need. Right, whereas Donald Trump didn't have a health care plan, didn't have a child care plan, didn't have a housing affordability plan, had no plan specifically to fight climate change, doesn't even believe in it, literally believes the climate's going to start cooling and the science just doesn't know it yet. By the way, it's September 10th.
September 10th. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Let's see. Well,
Yes, I found it.
You got any response to that, Dave?
I was just gonna say, because as Dean found it.
Yeah, actually, I have. So here's a picture of the Nova earring. So this alone is the Nova earring. This is the earpiece, right, and which is sold with an attached microphone. And holy shit, now I have to scroll all the way back up. You're actually joking. Oh wait, I actually landed on it right here. Okay, then here is a picture of the earring that Kamala Harris was wearing. This is a still frame from the debate. So if you can't tell
Not even
already,
close.
they're two different earrings.
No,
But just to take it one step further, we actually have an image of this earring straight from Tiffany & Co.'s website, which matches identically to the earring that was just in Kamala Harris's ear. And now that earring came from a collection of earrings as well as a necklace, and you can actually see the necklace in the collection on Kamala Harris's neck alongside the same earrings on a different occasion. So that should like prove it wrong, right? You should.
That's pretty nice. You did all that research on earrings.
You should just keep Kamala behind you. Oh.
Well, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
do you,
I
like,
mean,
I have a feeling that you're just still gonna choose to believe that she had the earpiece.
I mean, I don't know.
Like, just think about this. You guys literally had to create a narrative that she got all of the answers because she destroyed Trump so bad that you guys can't
No,
even admit
listen.
it.
How come when she was doing her rally, she was like, "There's 42 days till the election," and she just kept saying 42, 42.
All right,
Dave's
Dave, are you
not
okay? Like, is this like a critique of her?
What
Why
you
did
say?
Donald Trump say that he grabs women by the vagina without asking?
Why
Why did Donald Trump brag about walking into changing rooms of naked teenage girls so he quote unquote owns a place and say you've dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years?
Real.
does Biden sniff kids?
It was Biden the candidate won?
Yeah. Well, not this election,
No,
but
no.
last.
Okay. So then why didn't you vote for Kamala Harris?
Why didn't I?
Yo, Sacred Souls, thank you for the $10 on Venmo, saying you might need the tinfoil hat for this one. So real, Sacred Souls. I really appreciate you for the donation.
Taylor, think of the $2. Thank you so much. Please ask Dave to moo. Hey, Dave, can you moo real quick?
Say moo.
What's
Say
a moo?
Just
Like,
say moo.
Moo. Like a cow.
I ain't no fucking cow. I ain't mooing.
Is
Yeah,
that a
so
picture of
go-
you in your
just come
profile
on.
picture?
It's me.
I can't see that face producing this voice.
I don't know what you mean by that, but all right.
Could you sing us like Tennessee Whiskey or something?
Was it? Oh, that's by Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe give us like a red solo cup. I fill you up. It's time
Let's
to
have
party.
a party. It's
Can
let's
you-
have a party, bro.
No, it's time to party. And
Are
then
you
it's
serious?
let's
Am I
have a
really that
party.
delusional?
Well, it's both. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Or
Can you give us a red solo cup?
Yeah, give us
I
some
fill
like,
you
Hurt
up.
by Johnny Cash.
A
Or
red
maybe some, like-
solo cup.
Maybe some like baby lock them doors and turn them
Yeah,
lights.
how about that
down
one?
low. Could you hit that real quick?
That was pretty good. I maybe lock them doors and turn them lights down low.
Yo, bro, actually hit that, bro. Let's go.
That's pretty good.
Oh, jeez. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. Good job.
Good job. Now, can you name a
Right.
Trump policy that you like?
I would say his tax cuts were pretty cool. I mean, the lowered taxes for everybody. No.
And did you know that 83% of those tax cuts went to the top 1%? And it is the case that added $1.9 trillion to the debt, $190 billion a year, and only added $10 billion to the annual GDP, less than $2 billion to federal revenues.
Where's
So
your source
109,
for that?
yeah, that's
Where'd
from
you
the,
get all-
look up the macroeconomic effect of the 2017 tax reform that comes from a liberal and conservative economist from Harvard.
Where'd you get that information? What website?
I just told you. Look up the macroeconomic effect of the 2017 tax reform.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just published as like a PDF on Harvard's website.
Yeah. Oh, you can also find it on Brookings.
Yeah, from
Brookings.edu.
Harvard. You're trusting a PDF from Harvard.
Yeah,
By,
from
like,
a liberal
Like a
and conservative
legitimate-
economist.
Well, we're actually trusting the contents of the PDF, right? Like they, in like 32 pages, describe their methodology, right, and their reasonings behind their conclusion, as well as just conducted via bipartisan effort of a conservative and a liberal. So, yeah, I'd say it's pretty credible.
Whatever you want to believe, I guess. Hey, everyone has their own beliefs.
Yeah, no, but
Well,
like we're basing it on like a nonpartisan source because they have, or actually a bipartisan source because it is the case that has both a liberal and a conservative from Harvard.
So you're saying that his tax cuts, statistically speaking, made everyone in debt?
I'm saying it put us more in debt than we got out of it, absolutely. And it is the case that it barely added anything to the economy, right? If we wanted to give those tax cuts primarily just to people in the middle class, I'd be okay with that. I love tax cuts for the middle class. But the issue is Republicans care more about giving tax breaks to billionaires and tax breaks to people like Elon Musk than they actually care about giving tax breaks to families in need, like through the child tax credit, which when implemented in 2021, reduced childhood poverty by 40 to 50%. I care about tax credits for families and tax cuts for families. I don't care about tax cuts for billionaires.
Mm-hmm. So why was it easier to afford a home under Trump's term than it is now?
Yeah, so that was related to specifically outside factors, like prior to the context of the pandemic. The pandemic negatively impacted supply chains, which has led to houses to be more expensive. Secondly, it was already on this trend prior. If Trump were president, the same thing would have happened. There was global inflation around the entire world: Africa, Asia, South America, Central America, Europe, everywhere around the world.
No, okay, so I understand the COVID part, but I mean, Joe Biden and Trump had the same. I think maybe Biden had a little longer, but under Trump's term and Biden's term, they had the same amount of time with COVID. So how did it significantly up the price of living under Biden's term than it did with Trump?
Yeah, because that global trend happened all around the world. Because under Donald Trump's presidency, people were staying at home more because of the pandemic. So if they stay at home more, they're demanding goods at a lower rate, which would cause prices to stay stagnant.
I see what
Right.
you're
And
saying.
then when people go back and they're demanding things more and we're out doing things more, that's going to cause prices to go up because it is the case that there's a greater level of demand given a lower level of supply because supply chains were negatively impacted around the entire world.
See what you're saying. That makes sense. Yeah, I get that. Well, I don't know. Maybe I just shouldn't have voted. I don't know. You guys, pretty smart little gentlemen.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Now, is there anything else you'd like to talk about or add, Dave?
Are you just like specifically talking about like politics and policies right now?
Yeah, right now. Later, we'll probably do politics a different day. Or not politics, other
Right.
than politics on a different days, but we typically do politics.
Like you wouldn't be talking about like opinions on abortions or whatnot.
Well, that does relate to politics. Like, do you think that
I
Trump's
don't.
view is good? That like it should be left up to the states?
I feel like it's a controversial topic because my eyes is, would you punish a child for the father's actions?
Um,
no,
So
but
let's.
we're not punishing a child.
Well, you're taking his life away,
No,
basically.
I believe that punishment would induce some level of harm, and I don't believe that abortion is harmful to the fetus because a fetus doesn't have a well-being to be harmed in the first place, as it would lack necessary characteristics such as sentience, right? And then for a fetus that would be sentient, I still don't believe that an abortion from a grape victim is wrong due to the simple fact that that is that grape victim enacting nothing more than her bodily integrity as well as autonomy and evicting the fetus from her womb. Like, let me ask you a question here. If you made just enough money to buy yourself food and nothing more, you were quite poor, and every night you left your door unlocked, and in the middle of the night someone else came in and stole half of it, and they lived off of that for a year, which severely eroded and undermined your own health, would you be doing anything wrong if you were to lock that front door at night, preventing them from stealing their food, even if you knew they'd make them starve to death?
No, because you're breaking into my house.
Right. You're there without consent, and you are stealing resources from you that is making your well-being worse. If you prevent them from stealing your resources, you're not doing anything wrong. That's
But
exactly what the Grape victim would be doing with a fetus. Is a
I
fetus in her
understand
uterus
that.
with her consent?
Sorry?
Is the fetus in the woman's uterus without consent?
In most cases, I would say, yeah.
With
Most-
her
Tatiana, thank
consent?
you so much for the $30. Thank you so much, Tatiana. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Well, then
Thank you
you
so much.
can't-
And Hannah, thank you for the $1.
You can't do that because then you're going to get all these people with false, what do you say, grape claims coming in.
What? Okay, wait. So, then you're saying that you would rather restrict people's access to abortion who have been assaulted rather than specifically have more lax standards, which would allow for great victims to get access to abortion. But it is the case that you would say that it would lead to some situations where people would lie, which we could still identify through the law, like any other lie.
Yes, I believe that if abortion was made solely on grape cases, then you would just get a bunch of people saying they were grape. You see
Okay,
what I-
well, you understand that it's also like literally a crime to like falsely accuse someone of grape.
Yes, but they do it. There's
You
people
understand that we don't just think that
Right.
Grape victims should be able to have access to intercourse, but every single woman that would have an unwanted
Yeah, I
pregnancy would
understand
prior
that.
to 20 weeks.
Um,
But the point is that we should definitely allow for these particular exceptions.
I know that's why I'm saying because you guys are all about.
Wait, do you think that we should allow people? Do you think that we should allow people that are below a certain income threshold to have access to things such as EBT, right? Or is it something that we shouldn't do because people could just falsely report their income to get free EBT?
Sid, thank you so much for
cards
the
free
motorcycle.
food?
Thank you, Sid. Thank you so much.
I would say no.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Even though someone could abuse a system, that doesn't justify just getting rid of the system.
I guess.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up, Dave. Thank you so much, man.
Yep.
All right. Let's go to the next person. I genuinely thought that guy's voice was fake in the beginning too.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I don't know if that was
Fair.
him in his profile picture. I think he like came up here to troll, but then ended up having a real conversation. Because the voice sounds really familiar.
All right. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, y'all.
Oh man. Make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen, folks.
Let's get to
Probably gonna
500,000
do it.
likes. Fill the bar up a few times, everyone, until you get the confetti. It will help boost it out to more people. I appreciate everyone joining in so far. You know, we have 26,000 total views in the past hour and 14 minutes, by the way.
You want to head over to my stream soon?
We can if you want. I mean, we have 5K people in here. I think that's pretty. How much were you getting?
5, 6, 7K.
Yeah, if it
Just
doesn't
definitely
continue
lower
to.
following percentage.
Yeah, that's true. If you want to, I'm down. But-
Weird. Well, I mean, yeah. No, if you want, you can continue to run your own. I'll probably hang out for a couple more guests though.
All right,
But
bet.
also feel free to come over. I bet like we could probably get a pretty big live just with a 5K person raid.
True. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
So
How long are you gonna be on, Dean?
Dean? Oh, I don't even know. I have to be up pretty early in the morning
love you.
for Christmas Eve. Are you going live? Like,
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day?
Yep.
Good for you.
Sophia, did you vote Trump? Are you?
I'm gonna try, but I just have a lot going on, a lot of plans.
Also, I have a lot to tell you about. There's a few things.
But yeah, I don't even know when I'll have time to go live tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to do an early live.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm on my boyfriend's account right now.
How old are
And
you?
how old are you?
I'm 19. How old are you guys?
Yeah. Did you vote Trump?
I did. Cause
Can we
well,
can we get a birth year real quick?
Hmm?
Can we get a
What's your birth year? Yeah.
a birth year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2004.
What's your birthday?
My birthday,
Yeah.
December 28th.
That technically works out.
Okay. So
Wow.
yeah. Okay. So why did you vote Trump?
I voted Trump because my boyfriend voted Trump. That's the thing.
Okay. So if you
And
lived in,
also,
if
he
you
told
lived-
me. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
He told me Trump was way better for America's economy, and I did my research, and I think he is.
how so?
Well, you see, he's going to make things cheaper, like gas prices. And me, myself, I drive a big ass truck.
What do you
And
drive?
I just want to know.
She's got to be trolling.
Well, let's see. What kind of truck do you drive?
I think you guys are really hot. we think you're really we think you're
Jeez,
so
bro.
hot.
Jeez, I had a feeling. I was like, no way. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna see that on my For You page later. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
They weren't crazy enough for that to get clipped.
Maybe. All right, let's get this next person up here.
Dude,
I've been seeing them all over. Dude, there was a wild one that went viral. It got like 1 million views.
Well, one of them got taken down from, I think, Kinsey's page
Really?
because yeah, but it was going crazy.
They
It
said
was
so much
so-
explicit stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I looked into the person that said it, and I guess that they used to be like really big in like the roast battle scene, so they're just like really fucking quick on their feet with saying outrageous shit.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 18.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Why so?
I love you, Dean. Oh my God, Dean.
Only Dean is crazy.
I love you too, Dylan. Quite frankly, I love you too.
Yo, what's up? How old are
Everybody
you?
say I love you, Dylan.
Sorry, this is not my account, but I'm 19 and I just had a
vote
Whose
Trump?
question.
account is it?
What is your guys'
I'm sorry. We are just
Ugh.
looking for just some debates. Everyone. Oh my god, my eye. It's dying.
My throat.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
So hot, and I love you guys.
Yeah, I heard the end of that. Jeez, bro, dude. Oh my god.
They feel emboldened.
Yo, what's up?
Hello.
How old are you? You know, I have been seeing a lot of Dean edits recently.
They've been a little bit more frequent. They've been going pretty crazy. I fear like a new spawn of Dean edits got me over 2.3 million followers.
Yo,
on
what's
there.
up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, it's mostly because the prices. I feel like he's just better for the economy because stuff is a lot cheaper under Trump than under Biden.
Okay, stuff was cheaper under Obama. Was it better then?
Yeah.
Okay, stuff was cheaper during the Revolutionary War. Was it better then?
Well, that is a little. I would say no because it was pre-industrial revolution, so a lot of
How about
stuff.
like post-industrial revolution America? Prices were the cheapest.
Well, that's because there was a lot of laissez-faire.
Really?
I have
So-
a question.
No, it's
It
not.
was
It's,
just-
it's because of inflation just over time.
How could you support Palestine and support Trump?
Yeah, they're totally trolling. Yeah, they were like, "Fuck, dude, I forgot that was in my bio."
I think I actually had someone argue that Trump was better for Palestine.
That person's just delusional. Actually delusional.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah, I actually have a question for you guys.
What's the reason you voted Trump?
I basically did just because of my dad, to be honest.
Okay.
Just
Would
kinda the
would
stuff he told
do you
me.
regret your vote?
I wouldn't say I regret it. I mean, you guys would have to give me like a valid reason of why I should have
Okay.
voted for Kamala.
Do you think that someone held it's Kamala Harris, by the way? But do you think that someone held civilly liable of forcibly penetrating a woman's vagina against her will should be able to get access to a gun?
Is there any proof of that?
Yeah, held civilly liable of forcibly penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. According to AP News, you can look it up there. There's specifically a link to a court document that indicates the jury verdict that Trump sexually abused her, which means he forcibly penetrated her against her will.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah, a unanimous decision from a jury indicated that.
So they didn't really, they didn't put that out into the world. Like who figured that out? Like who put that out there?
Well, it's been out there since like 2023 of like you can find this from AP News, NPR, Reuters.
Since 2023.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't seen that before. Any other reasons? Because like I'm kind of like iffy on the whole situation with abortion.
Sure, sure. So we can reference that Roe versus Wade protects access to abortion prior to viability and after viability, regardless of whether or not Roe versus Wade is in place. It's left up to the states.
I'm just the whole situation with the abortion thing is like, I feel like it's just kind of messed up because of the whole, oh, that's a human being, like you're killing them.
What is a human being?
Oh, definition? Oh shoot, I don't really know that kind of stuff. Like,
No,
wait, the
like
definition.
when do you think it's established? Like, is it at conception or later
I
in
would
life?
conception. I'd probably say it's like as soon as that sperm touches the egg, I would say it's considered a human being because that's when the process is started.
Okay, so if I have a petri dish and I cause a zygote to exist, right? I have a zygote right in front of me because I use a sperm and an egg. If I slap the zygote, should I go to prison?
If you slap it, you mean as like killing it?
Yeah, if I slap it and kill it, should I go to prison? Because I love slapping zygotes. It's really fun. I do it in my pastime. I just slap zygotes. So should I go to prison? Because I'm a serial murderer for slapping so many zygotes?
Oh, I mean, I saw you. I don't think you should go to prison because it's kind of the same thing as like, how you were saying the brain dead people and pulling the plug. It's just, I don't know, like my whole view on it's kind of like interesting, like the whole.
Well, no, we'd say the same thing. Like before it's sentient, right? It's exactly like pulling the plug on an individual who's brain dead. In the same way that they're never going to come back in terms of their sentience. The zygote or the embryo never has had sentience.
So
and
wait,
if you
what's
aborted it never would.
sentient?
What's up?
What's the definition of a sentient?
Yeah, it's just a first-person subjective experience.
Sentience, not sentient. Think consciousness.
Okay, so you wait. So I wasn't really listening when you had other people on here. The whole pulling the plug thing. What was your view on that?
Yeah, I don't think it's murder for a family to choose to pull the plug on an individual in their family who's brain dead.
Why not?
Oh, because they're not sentient.
Yeah, but I mean, so it wouldn't be murder if, like,
Man, do you think
say someone's in the hospital.
Go ahead.
Would it be murder if someone was in the hospital, but like they had a chance of recovering and you ended up just
That's a
pulling the plug?
coma. So like my standard is that they have past or present and future subjective experience. So it's when they meet both those sets of criteria, past or present and future. Like I'm not going to care about it before it ever had subjective experience, and I'm not going to care about it after. Well, I mean, I care about it in the sense of like a human body. Like I don't think you should be able to do certain things to a human body, but like obviously, like I think that you can bury bodies when they're dead, right? I don't think that's wrong.
I see what you mean. That's actually a good point. Now that I think of it, I was trying to talk to some people that actually know what they're talking about because half the people I talk to are so like stuck on the whole Trump situation, and I don't really pay attention to it that much. I don't feel like doing enough research to figure out that kind of stuff.
Sure, and I think this is like kind of like a common sense view. Not only do you maintain the value you hold within human beings, but at the same time you ensure that women have access to abortion in instances in which you think are not just necessary, but also just like very very relevant towards their lives. It makes their lives better. It makes children's lives better, right? For people to have these choices early in pregnancy.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. But like, if the baby was born, wait. Do you think it will like affect the woman though? Like, if they just ended up killing the baby?
Oh, it might, but like they should have that choice.
But then also, like, if they let it live, it would also hurt them if they put it in foster care. So I feel like it's just kind of a lose-lose situation.
Okay, I mean, so someone could be hurt in any way, but with the point we're trying to say is that like it should be their choice.
Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, there could be really immature, like 16-year-olds that are just having sex.
Should we force 16-year-olds to go through pregnancies and like uproot their entire lives, right, for like an embryo that is not sentient? No, I think that they should be able to get access to an abortion if they want.
Yeah, but I'm just basically saying, like, if they're the ones that are having sex knowing it's possible to get pregnant and they're having sex so frequently, they could just keep having babies and just killing.
That's extremely expensive. How are 16-year-olds going to afford that?
Wait, how much is it? I didn't even know it costed.
Abortions. Do you want me to find the average cost of an abortion?
Yeah, I just want to know.
What is the average cost of an abortion? 600. 6,800.
6,800.
Yeah. Sacred, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. One for each zygote you slapped today. Thank you so much.
One thing I would say that I would say it's totally okay is I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on live actually. I don't know if you're able to say rape or not, but that's the one time I feel like it'd just be okay because it wasn't their fault at all, and I wouldn't want to. If I was a girl, I wouldn't want to have to go through that and have a baby that wasn't even by someone I wanted it to be.
Oh, sure, but I mean, that's also could be said for other circumstances. For example, right? My girlfriend, right? Let's say she got pregnant. Are you saying that she shouldn't be able to get access to an abortion? We're just not in a time in our lives where we want to have kids yet. We're gonna have kids in the future, but we're just not in the time where we are in the position where we want to.
Well, that's kind of tricky because I feel like just use protection. I mean, no, it doesn't work 100% of the time, but I mean,
Yeah. But in the situation in which it fails.
To be honest, this is the part where it's kind of iffy for me, and I feel like I just should lean towards you and say that it is okay because if you guys aren't ready and you can't actually afford to have a baby and have it a good life, then I can understand why you wouldn't want to have it.
Well, I'm not even saying I can't afford. I'm just saying if it is the case that my girlfriend wanted to keep the baby, I'd be able to take care of it, right? But it's
just more about
her
the
having a
inconvenience.
choice, right? And she might specifically be in a circumstance where she doesn't want to and she's not ready, right, to do it. And she will in the future be ready to have multiple children. So even if we were forced to have a child now, right, rather than being able to get an abortion and then come back to it later, right? It's seemingly like we're gonna have less kids then, right? Because we're not as ready, right? We might not be able to actually have multiple children in the way that we would be able to if we waited until we were 32.
Yeah, I understand that. That's actually a good point. What was the other question I had? Oh yeah, and Dean, I saw a TikTok video about this girl. I think it was on that Jubilee podcast thing or whatever. She was saying that Kamala or something, she slept with someone to get her job or something like that. I just want to know what actually happened, if that's real or not.
Well, I mean, obviously she didn't sleep her way to the top. That's a brainless take. But my question would be if Kamala Harris doesn't have any legitimate qualifications and only got to that position because she slept with men, what does that tell us about Donald Trump? Because we know without a doubt that Kamala Harris is more qualified than Donald Trump.
What do you mean more qualified? Just because of the things that he's done?
Her policy was significantly more nuanced. It was more beneficial to America and the people within America. Is better. It was also better for global relations. It was better for our economy. Better for immigration. Meanwhile, her character was also extraordinarily better than Trump's. So, overwhelmingly, she was more qualified within any description of the term found to be fit. So, if she had no qualifications and slept her way to the top, that means that Donald Trump is an absolute fucking joke.
Dude, it's so hard to argue with you guys. I actually can't. I don't have enough knowledge for that. Even that, what's his name? That one guy that goes to college campuses. What was his name again?
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, he didn't. Someone was saying that he beat you in an argument or something, but I wasn't really sure.
No, he didn't beat us in anything. He's actually scared to debate us right now. He actually won't respond to us and debate us. He said that he wouldn't debate us until after the election. It's hit the point where it's after the election, and he's still not acknowledging us.
Why would you want to debate after the election?
Well, we'd debate him at any point.
Okay.
We wanted to debate him before the election, but he only wanted to debate us after the election.
I've never seen him debate you. I've just seen him debate Dean.
Yeah, on Jubilee. The biggest one of the biggest videos Jubilee has. It's the fourth biggest video they have.
Oh yeah.
I think the $5.
Interesting. I'm learning a lot of new things about Trump here that I actually did not know, and it's making me change my views on things.
Yeah, you can even watch the difference between Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro, right? We ran some of the same points on Charlie Kirk as we did Ben Shapiro, for example, on the DEI, and Charlie Kirk had no response. He was just completely bullshitting the entire time. Ben Shapiro at least had some type of a response.
Oh, who's Ben Shapiro? I recognize the name.
Okay, well, never mind. You can look he's you probably have seen him before.
Hold on, let me look that up. Also,
in fact.
Oh, he just lagged. Sorry about that. Was he saying something?
No, you're good. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about or add, Noah?
Yeah, I was gonna ask one more question. Does
ahead.
that Charlie Kirk guy, does he have someone that he debates with, or would it just be kind of a 2-on-1 type of thing?
No,
because I feel like it'd be a little bit unfair.
2v2. Or I'd 1-on-1. Either or.
All right, that's all I had ask.
Right,
thank you guys.
Coming up. Let's go to the next person. Only sending us requests if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. You want to do 30 more minutes on here, and then we can go to yours?
Yeah.
That'll give me to 2 hours on here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 23.
Did you vote Trump?
Good.
Hello? And by the way, Dean, we're at over 30% for sure, so we should be over 10.
Rip.
I know. TikTok sucks. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? All right, let's get this next person up here. You still feel sick, do you know?
Yeah, a little bit. My throat is like kind of fucked up, really congested. Pretty sick.
I feel you, man.
Headache too.
My nose is kind of plugged up. That's really about it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 35.
Did you vote Trump?
Absolutely.
Why so?
Why are you so enthusiastic about voting for the worst presidential candidate in modern American history?
Because I'm an abolitionist of abortion, and Trump's better than a woman.
I have a question. Do you think that abortion is a murder?
Yep.
Do you think that people that pay for murder, like hitmen or really any way of paying for murder, should be in prison and go to jail?
Doctors and women should be in jail for abortion.
Well, that wasn't my question. Do you think that people that pay for murder should be in jail?
Yep.
Okay, so Donald Trump has paid for multiple abortions, and you define abortion as murder. Thereby, he's paid for multiple instances of murder. Should Donald Trump be in jail?
Yep.
Okay. Would you ever vote for someone that you think should be in jail?
Hey, if it's between this person and this person, you gotta pick the lesser of the two evils.
Oh, wait, I have a question. Should Kamala Harris be in jail?
Probably, I don't know.
No, I mean, what for? Obviously, she shouldn't be in jail. You could say that you don't like her and that you disagree with her, but there's no reason to imprison her, right?
Well, if she hasn't committed a crime or, pay for
she
worse
hasn't.
than that.
No, she hasn't. So seemingly she actually shouldn't be in jail. So you would always vote for the person that shouldn't be in jail compared to the person that should, right?
It don't matter, Dean. I've seen you debate before. You're just nothing but a little coward.
Yeah, I'm kind of like fucking you up. I'm absolutely steamrolling your ass, cooking you like
Oh,
on rat seed.
whatever.
So you have like, what the hell are you even saying, bro? You're getting cooked.
Dude, whatever. I saw you and Kay cooked your ass.
Well, I mean, dude, I wouldn't be talking about you, man. Getting sauteed.
Yo, Josh, I have a question. Can you name one Trump policy you like?
Probably the mass deportation.
Okay, how do you identify that someone's undocumented?
If they came across the border without going through the port of entry, very legal. They need to be sent back.
Okay, so how do you identify someone's undocumented?
If they came here illegally, they should be sent back.
How do you know if they came here illegally?
Well, if they don't have any papers or any documentation that says they came across the border,
How do you know who to ask? Like, would you walk up to me and ask me if I have papers?
Well, no, but if you're applying for a job or something, and it says you're not born in America, then you have to have documentation, anything you want.
Sandra, thank you so much for the $5. So you can't just walk up to anyone and ask them for their papers and force them to give up their papers, right? Like that would violate their constitutional rights.
Right.
Okay, so if that would violate their constitutional rights, you can't just go up to anyone to ask that. What mass deportation policy are you specifically referencing?
You go through and you look at who's here illegally, and
but you can't go up to someone to ask them. So how are you going to change it from the current process that exists?
You would, dude. Really, this was the last time. You're so unintelligent. If they apply for,
I'm unintelligent.
Yeah.
How am I
they
unintelligent?
Well, first off, you hang out with Dean. That shows you're intelligent while there.
You know, that's true. That's true. Dean is an idiot. Why would I hang out with him?
True.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw you guys crying wine when Trump won. You're like, oh no, we're going to do.
Yeah, you know, because like Trump winning actually like negatively impacts people.
Who?
Women?
How?
Oh, how? Like restricted access to abortion, not being able to get access to abortion in states, even in instances of assault. Like, what are you talking about? Like, of course that negatively impacts women. Of course that negatively impacts. Go ahead.
I bet that he thinks that grave victims should be denied access to abortion. Do you think that grave victims should be able to get abortions?
Yeah, Nobody ever says that the rapist should give a death penalty. It's always the innocent child.
Oh,
that
okay.
had nothing to do
Okay,
with
so
the
if wait, do you think rapists should get the death penalty?
Yes, rapists should.
Okay, so then why did you vote for one?
Huh?
Then why'd you vote for one?
Terrible.
Dude, that was like, what, 20 some years ago?
Oh, I don't even need to show him this.
Wow, dude. You said that
accepts
you said that was 20 years ago, yet he shouldn't get the death penalty. He should be president of the United States.
He accepts it. And oh my god.
Oh my god. We don't even know if it's true or not.
What? What are you talking about? He was held civilly liable. Unanimously by a jury of 9 people.
Civilly, not criminally.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that it's not true.
Well, they did find Michael Jackson guilty, but everybody knows he was.
Okay, so then again, we're giving you a circumstance where someone was held civilly liable. So do you believe that?
Yeah, you're just
Criminally,
suggesting
not
like a lower
criminally.
standard of proof to prove that things have occurred when you're like, oh, this guy that wasn't processed through our criminal or civil justice system is guilty. Therefore, the person that was isn't. Huh? Lamau, what? Dude, come on. Be real. Let's get real. Let me know when you're done running this line of dialogue on him so I can just railroad him on great victims and access to abortion.
You can go for it now.
All right, Batman. Yo, Josh, got a question for you, buddy. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
So let's just assume that you make like a pretty low income. You barely make enough money to buy yourself food. And for a year straight, someone walked into your house because your door was unlocked and stole half your food to sustain their life. One day, you figure out that they're stealing your food and you lock them out of your house at night, causing them to die because they're no longer having access to your resources. Are you a murderer?
Didn't he say great victims should be able to get access to abortion?
He said no.
Oh.
How does that even apply to abortion?
Yeah, because the fetus is stealing the resources of the mother without her consent.
It's not. The fetus gives resources to the mother.
You're talking about stem cells. I'm talking about bodily resources that drain the mother's fucking quote-unquote life force for 9 months. Holy shit.
Dude.
You have never been pregnant. You can't get pregnant. You don't know what it's like. But to suggest that a fetus being inside of a great victim's uterus, stealing her bodily resources without her consent for 9 months, is not going to cause or induce any harm or unto the well-being of the mother is fucking absurd.
And I'm not Jewish. I'm going to speak out what a mustache man did.
What?
Well, that's the same. Just because I'm like not Jewish doesn't mean I can't say what the Yazidis did was wrong. You see, that's a stupid argument.
What?
Just because I'm not.
Oh, he's saying that like I was making the argument that only women get to give about abortion and can't because they can't get pregnant. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying was like the analogy would hold in
That's
the
my
case.
blood.
Okay, well, I actually
I cry myself to sleep.
I'm actually a man talking about abortion myself, so
Literally.
yeah, like
He's
I
like,
think
yes, the action I'm engaging in right now, it's wrong. Very
I think that
wrong."
ultimately, like the voices of women should be highlighted within the conversation. I mean, I personally hold to the position that you know, everyone should have that freedom of choice, and I can defend that position to death. But
Is the real reason you stand up for abortion rights because you don't want to take responsibility for your actions?
obviously,
You want to make sure that she keeps a choice to get an abortion?
No,
That's truly
no,
how
because
you're-
like if my girlfriend got pregnant, I would take care of the kid if she wants to keep it.
Oh. If she wants to, you want to fight for your kid?
What? It's her choice. It's
Or
her body.
Kylie.
Josh, it's her
Yeah, but
body.
your kid is. You're being a coward.
It's her body. And how am I a coward for saying that my girlfriend has the rights over her body, like the bare
It's
fucking minimum?
It has your DNA. It's part of you, your child. I would pop every tire. I would do whatever it takes to keep
You
it from
pop
not being
every
aborted.
tire? Wait, so you would force a woman to go through a pregnancy by popping her tires? That sounds pretty manipulative and abusive to me.
That's called being a man.
No, that's called being a manipulative man who will end up in prison because he's a dumbass.
Well, what is it? Well, if you're saving your kid's life, wouldn't you do anything you can?
You understand that I don't care about sperm. I care about sentient beings. It's not sentient, so I wouldn't care about it.
You're a human being from the moment of conception. That's
I don't think it's a human being at conception. So I have a question.
You're a bigot too.
Why don't you value like a sperm cell?
Well, are you being a bigot because they don't look like you, so you say that you can unalive them? That kind of bigotry.
It has nothing. It has nothing to do with whether or not they look like me. But I can give you a picture. Like, do you want to tell me whether or not you consider this valuable?
Yo, Craig, thank you for the meteor shower. I appreciate you, man. W's for Craig. By the way, if you want a Christmas cameo, feel free to look up Dean Withers on cameo.com.
Crazy.
I'm going to be doing cameos all day tomorrow for Christmas. So ho, go to cameo.com and look up Dean Withers to get a personalized message.
Do you think this is a person?
Ones.
I can't even tell what that is.
Do you think this is a person?
I can't even tell what that is, dude.
You don't know?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, well, when I typically like show you a picture of a child, would you be like, "Oh, I don't know what that is"?
Well, I can't see what it is because it's on your phone right there.
Don't worry, I got it. I got it.
Here, look.
I got you. I'll grab it. I'll grab it.
You see this?
Okay. That looks like a. Okay, I can see the head. That kind of looks like a human. So if it's.
You think that's a person?
If it's a human zygote, then it is.
Well, we're talking about an embryo. Do you think this is a person?
A human embryo.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dude, Josh, is this a fucking person or is it not a person?
Dude, they were probably
I'm just asking, is this a person?
It's a dolphin fetus.
You think this is a dolphin?
I just got cooked.
Do you typically mistake people with dolphins?
I just got cooked.
Like you couldn't tell the difference between a person and a dolphin?
I just got cooked. That is a dolphin fetus.
No, Josh. I just showed you a picture of a human fetus.
No, Gene did it.
So okay. So do you think this is a person?
Yes, yours is a human.
Well, this is actually a dolphin fetus. Look, it's a dolphin fetus. So, like, would you go to like an aquarium and be like, "Why are there human babies in the aquarium? Look at the human babies. Let's get them out of the aquarium. Please get the human babies out of the aquarium. You're drowning them."
Damn, someone actually requested a cameo. Yo, W stood for Bailey in the chat for requesting the cameo. Craig, thank you for the 2 galaxies. I appreciate you for the love. John with the $5 on Venmo. And W's for Haley in the chat for requesting the cameo. Let's go.
Josh, do you typically mistake dolphins for human beings?
Wait, I gotta put the cameo in the bio. I'm having fun.
Hey, Josh, hello?
I told you it was a dolphin fetus, you stupid moron.
Wait, you literally just said that it was a person.
Be nice, Josh.
You said it was a person, so I'm like, do you typically mistake people, like children, for dolphins? Because I've never done that before in my life.
Well, when you show a little bitty phone, it's kind of hard to see what the fuck it is.
I think it was a pretty big picture. I put it pretty close to the camera. Sydney, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Courtney, thank you so much for the $20 for Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you as well, Courtney. Thank you so much.
No matter, it made Dean look dumb anyway.
What, dude? Stop calling us mean. That's mean, bro. Stop calling us stupid.
Josh, so like, why does Dean look dumb?
You know what? This is fun, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and go back to my abolitionist life. I see you're back on so
you're abolitionist life. What do you mean? Like
he
abolishing
follows,
women's rights?
He follows like abortion abolitionists, like pro-life debaters. I was looking through his following list because some people were saying that there's little girls. I couldn't find any little girls, but I could find
a bunch of pro-life debaters.
Pro-life debaters.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, are you Christian?
Yes.
Do you have a Bible in front of you?
Yes.
Can you read us 1 Samuel 15:3 real quick?
1 Samuel 3:15.
Yeah, 1 Samuel 15:3.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, just read it for us real quick.
Yeah, based.
Well, okay, if you're so smart, why don't you tell me what it is then?
Oh, I can read it if you want. I just like wanted you to read it.
Shelby, thank you for the $10
Well,
on Venmo.
do you
I
want-
appreciate you for the love.
I have a Bible, but it's on my phone, so it'd be kind of hard for me to look and talk at the same time.
Okay. All right. So I'll read it for you. Let me just know what you think about this verse.
Into
Now-
the bitter waters.
Yeah. Now go attack the Amalekites
the
and
money.
totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children, infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. How do you feel about that one? Is that pro-life? Is it pro-life to slaughter men, women, children, and infants of
Sounds
Amalek?
pretty pro-death to me.
It's God. He tells us who to. If he says to do it, it must be a righteous reason.
Okay, if God,
Oh.
wait, I have a question. If God commanded you to sexually assault a child, would you do it?
Well, first off, God wouldn't do that.
Okay, but God would command genocide, and God would command the slaughtering of infants.
Annie with a cameo request. W's for Annie. W cameo. Ho ho go to cameo. Search up Dean Withers. Let's go. Sorry.
We don't know why he does things, but whatever, God's the giver and creator of life. If God's
Understand our. So, like
There must
again,
be a right
if
reason
God
for it.
commanded someone to sexually assault a child, you're saying that they shouldn't do it because they should know it's wrong. Understand our. But if God commands you to slaughter infants, you should think that it's right to slaughter those infants.
Here, I'm gonna drop down and re-request in like 10 seconds.
Got you. Like what makes you think that it is the case that it's right to slaughter those infants? Like that's your
No, I ain't
intuition?
gonna talk to you. It's not fun without Dean up here.
Josh, why? Why do you not like me? Come on, Josh. He's coming right back anyway. Josh literally left because he doesn't like me, dude. Wow. Bro, I'm actually kind of hurt from that one. That was crazy. Bro said I don't want to just talk to Parker. Man, that's actually insane, dude. I've fallen off so hard that people don't even want to talk to me anymore. Jane, thank you so much for the You're amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Dude, I fell off so much, man. I fell off.
Hi,
What's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did.
And why is that?
Jess, I'm Jewish.
Dean, did you see him leave just because of that?
No, what happened?
He left just because you left. He said, I don't want to talk to Parker alone. And Hannah, you being Jewish doesn't mean you'd vote Trump. That doesn't make any sense.
That context.
What's up?
I said I'm just giving you that context.
Oh,
Are you
okay,
like
cool.
pro-Israel and you think he's like more pro-Israel than Harris was?
I am pro-Israel, but that's like a different topic.
So then why did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Why did I vote for Trump? So first of all, I think his policies are better in regard to abortion, in regard to immigration, in regard to taxes, etc.
Okay, do you think that the taxes are too high right now?
So I don't actually pay taxes at the moment. Again, I'm 19.
Okay, all right. So are you saying tax cuts for your parents?
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
I paid
100%.
last year when I was 19.
So you're saying you care more about tax cuts for your parents than tax cuts for middle class families that would reduce childhood poverty?
I am a middle class family.
Okay, so your tax cuts, you wouldn't get tax cuts. You would get a tax increase. Hannah, I'm not trolling.
I don't
your
think
parents'
so.
your parents' taxes will go up because of tariffs.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's what economists indicate. You can say I don't think
So
so.
can I ask you something? What about his Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in 2017?
Yeah, it added 1.9 trillion dollars to the debt, $190 billion a year. Each year it's implemented for
To the
10
debt, but
billion.
not to my debt. Not to my parents' debt.
Yeah, I'm talking about to the country's debt, and it only added $10 billion to the annual GDP, right, and less than $2 billion to federal revenues. So I would like to give your family more of a tax cut. Kamala Harris was advocating for that, and the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was mainly tax cuts for very wealthy people.
Okay, fine. Now, what about the fact that he's going to strengthen national security?
How so? He is the threat to national
Okay, so I wanna
security.
ask you about- do you
He
remember-
unironically
do you
tried to
remember-
undermine the democracy.
Real.
Can I ask you about, you remember the entire thing with, I think it was with Russia? that with Russia and Ukraine, Trump's whole conversation with Russia and Ukraine. Do you remember what happened with that?
Tell me what specifically that you think is relevant to reference.
National security, obviously, with him helping out with the war.
Okay, what would he have done differently?
Also, 1 second, the ISIS leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, right? The fact that he was killed underneath Trump's administration.
Okay, I have a question.
Go for it.
How do you feel about like Trump's like desire for like conquest of the Americas? Like he wants Canada to become the 51st state of America. He talked about
I think that's his
Greenland a
ego,
state
and I don't think
too.
that's actually
He
going to
talked about the
happen.
Panama. He wants to make the Panama Canal a part of America. Do you support that? Like invasion?
Okay, so
of
I
other
just
people's
responded to
lands?
that. I think that's his ego, and I don't think that's actually going to happen. I don't think that he even believes
I'm
that's going to
asking you.
happen.
Well, he does.
Do you think
and
it's
he's made
good
it
for a
very clear on
president of the
Truth
United
Social.
States to threaten taking other sovereign territories?
He's made it very clear. On
I
Truth
think it's
Social
better
that he
than
does that.
Kamala Harris, yes.
Well,
Kamala.
we're asking you ideologically speaking
Sorry,
if that's
Kamala.
okay. All that I'm asking you is ideologically speaking is like ethnically cleansing land and calling it your own rightful territory, such as what Trump wants to do with Canada, Greenland, and the Panama Canal, good or bad?
No, I don't think it's okay. But again, as
Hannah,
I
think of the
said,
$5.
it will not happen.
Dunked on. You Zionist. Fucking yeah, fuck you, Zionist. Yeah, you want me wanting to know why I was asking those questions? Talking about that pro-Israel position.
Okay, explain.
Do you think it's you don't think it's justified to ethnically cleanse people of the land and then move in?
Can I ask you something about the whole entire Israel debate, if that's where you want to go?
Go ahead.
Okay, Israel, do you know how small Israel is? Do you know that it's
Like in
surrounded by
terms of
22 Arab nations? Do you realize that Israel has not once tried to go into those 22 Arab nations? Do
That's a
you
lie.
realize that those
What are you
22
talking?
Arab
The
nations have
occupying
tried
of
to fight
Gaza.
Israel?
Wait,
Do
how is
you,
how
one
is the
second, 1 second,
occupying
that's
of
not an
Gaza
Arab
not
nation.
going
That is
into?
not an Arab nation. That is a tiny strip that was given to Gaza. I'm not going into
Oh.
that right now because that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
Okay,
Trump,
so
aren't
you
we?
just don't consider Palestine an Arab nation. Okay.
1 second, you're not answering my questions. What about the 22? What about the 22 Arab nations around Israel that Israel has never once tried to go into? What about the 2,000
I don't think
Arabs
that
that
changes
live
whether or
in
not
Israel?
that's like someone who's pro-Russia literally arguing, what about all the other countries Russia has not invaded? I know they invaded and annexed Crimea and Ukraine, but what about all the other countries around them that they didn't invade?
Oh yeah, or like
That's
arguing
not
that
really
like
what
a
I'm
child
saying, and I
rapist.
know you know
This
that.
is like arguing like a child rapist that lives by 25 elementary schools isn't a
Oh
peak
my
video
God, that
because
is
he only went
literally
into
not what
one
I'm
and raped a child in one of them.
That is literally not what I'm saying, and you know it. Okay, when was Palestine founded? Like, when was the Gaza Strip given to the Palestinians?
I like how you ignore everything we just said and you try to ask us a random question about when you would consider.
Okay, first
I
of
think
all,
it
that's what you
depends.
guys do the entire time.
Do you want to
let's be real.
address
That's
what we
your
just said
debating
then?
tactics half the
Do you,
time as
do you
well.
want to do you want to address what we just said then? Like, do you think ethnically cleansing someone from land is justified? And if you
I'm gonna
don't think
go-
it's justified, well then how can you be like pro the current state of Israel?
I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Hannah, you there? Okay. All right. Well, I think Hannah just muted herself. All right. Okay. Everyone tap the screens, get to 1 million likes, fill the bar up a few times. Hello?
Hi, I'm sorry. I don't...
Hello?
Hi, do you hear me?
Yep. Do you think that ethnically cleansing people from the land, right, is justified? Okay, why are you swiping in and out? I can't hear you when you do that. You got to see me to be able to, for me to be able to hear you. Allie, thank you so
Can
much
you hear
for
me
the call.
now?
Yes.
Okay. First off, they're not ethnically cleansing the land. Who attacked who first?
Wait. You don't think it's wait? Can you define ethnic cleansing?
Cleansing the land out of a specific ethnicity.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
it's forceful removal and displacement of a particular people based upon a particular trait, right? So
So you just
explicitly
that's such semantics. I literally speaking different words. But continue.
it's explicitly ethnic cleansing, the Nakba, right? Explicitly ethnic cleansing, the forceful displacement of 750,000 Palestinians, right? The mass displacement of Palestinians recently.
Question.
What's that?
What do they want to do to Israel?
Think of the confetti. Who?
What do the Palestinians want to do to Israel right now?
Wait, I wouldn't categorize all of the Palestinians want to do a specific thing.
I wouldn't categorize all of the Israelis wanting to do a specific
Yeah,
thing.
all I was saying is that the current state of Israel, which is led by Netanyahu, is doing something
Okay, who
wrong.
leads
They're committing
Palestine?
war crimes.
Who leads Palestine?
I never said I agree with Hamas.
Oh, fine. You know what? We can leave it at that because I never said for sure
Okay.
that I agree
So
with all of Israel's decisions as well.
Would you like to hold war criminals accountable within the context of Israel, the state of Israel, and Hamas? Because I would allow for the ICC and the ICJ to make those determinations.
So let me say this. I think that those specific soldiers who are doing horrible acts to Palestinians, I think that's actually disgusting, and I definitely think they should be held accountable. But I think
including Benjamin Netanyahu, right?
I think that I'm not so clear about that.
Why not? Why not? ICC, ICJ has indicated that.
Okay. Either way, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Just making sure. Do you think that what they did on October 7th was okay?
No, I don't think that killing innocent people is ever justified.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Do you understand?
Do you think that do you think the
One second. You're not letting me finish. Do you mind letting me finish my sentence?
How about you let me ask? How about you let me ask a question?
Yeah, but I was talking first. I'll let you finish your sentence once you let me finish my sentence.
I can just mute you, you fucking weirdo. Do you condemn the 17,000 innocent Palestinian children being slaughtered?
So,
whoa! No fucking way! You ask me to do it, but then when I ask you, do you condemn the 17,000 innocent Palestinian children being slaughtered? You say no. You don't condemn innocent Palestinian children being slaughtered. What fucking insane shit is this?
Okay, let's be real. I wasn't actually listening to your question. Now that I hear it, obviously yes.
Okay, so you do condemn. What do you? Why would you answer the question without listening? Come on.
Sorry, I misheard what you said.
Okay, so you do condemn the killing of 17,000 innocent Palestinian children.
Obviously.
Okay. So okay. All right. Well, so then do you condemn the killing of any innocent Palestinians?
Yes. If they're innocent, 100%.
What about the forced starvation?
Can I ask you something though? If you're gonna let me ask you a question as well.
Okay.
What about the fact that Hamas used civilians to, be human shields?
Okay, so I would disagree with putting innocent civilians in the crossfire. Now,
right,
like this argument specifically that I'm hearing, right? It requires justification on a mass scale, right? So like I would love to see some of that, but like yeah, of course I would disagree with like using innocent civilians.
So can I ask you,
shields.
like
No,
whole
do you think Israel is doing that?
No, absolutely not.
Really? They're not at all?
I was literally just in Israel for a year. No, they are not.
Okay. Do you think that Israel's like intentionally targeting innocent civilians?
Of Palestinians, no, they're not. They're very. What about the dropping of notes saying we're going to be bombing this?
Okay. So then, can you explain to me how forceful starvation of people, like doing the blockade, leading to people starving to death, isn't intentionally killing innocent people?
What about the fact that Israel's giving water literally to the Palestinians and supplying them with water?
I like how you're not referencing. I like how you're not referencing that they're specifically not allowing enough food trucks in there specifically to then be able
them
to
so that they can win.
weaken innocent Palestinians with food.
There's a lot more
that's a
people in
war
there that are
crime,
not
right, Hannah?
innocent.
What you just advocated for is a war crime. Okay, starving innocent civilians, right, is a war crime. You just argued intentionally starving innocent civilians was justified because it's quote unquote weakening the opponent. You're literally starving innocent children.
I think that's very sad. But do you not understand that some things have to happen during a war, even if it's terrible?
Some things have to happen. You think starving innocent children has to happen?
Not necessarily, but I don't see what they could be doing better if they want to win.
Oh, you don't know what they could be doing better? How about not starving innocent children?
Such as doing what? How should they win?
Such as allowing the determined level of food trucks to go into the Gaza Strip specifically that would provide enough food, right, to sustain and maintain the Palestinian population.
Why would this is like why the pro-Palestine movement exists, right? Because like Zionists are like, okay, yeah, we should be starving innocent kids. It's just
that's actually like insane. That's actually insane, Hannah.
Yeah, that's like why like pro-Palestinian individuals exist. We're just like pro-human.
Okay, and there's a lot of pro-Palestinian people who exist just because it's mainstream media and they're brainwashed, but okay.
Mainstream media is pro-Israel. What are you talking about?
Not.
Yes, it is. God. What are you saying? You think mainstream media is pro-Palestinian? What are you talking about?
100%.
What?
You're delusional.
Wait,
you're actually delusional.
Wait, name one major party ticket in the 2024 election that ran on being pro-Pally.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
there
what I
wasn't
don't
any.
get.
There wasn't any.
That's literally what we critiqued of the Democratic Party. Like,
yeah, mainstream, but no
dude,
major party
how is it
candidate or
seriously? What
representative.
mainstream media source is pro-Palestinian?
CNN. I mean, not CNN. What am I saying?
Who?
I'm not actually sure. I just know that every single news article and everything that I keep seeing is all pro-Palestine.
Dude, no.
Dude, come on. You've got to be trolling, right? You actually have to be trolling, dude.
Like, listen. Like, I can admit, like CNN, MSNBC, they just are parrots for whatever the Democrat Party says. Okay, that's partisan politics. Is the
That's
Democrat
why we look
Okay,
for
I'm glad you
independent
agree
media.
with that.
Yeah, is like the Democrat Party pro-Israel or pro-Palestine?
It's pro-Israel, but it's debatable because it's technically pro-Israel, but they're not going to actively do that much.
Yeah, and we would like the Democratic Party to like change those views, and that's what we're trying to get the Democratic Party to do.
Okay.
Okay, but like, okay, so I here, let me ask you this question, right? We'll ask it about the United States. Do you think that we should increase the child tax credit and reduce childhood poverty?
Okay, I think you know as well as I do that I don't actually know what that is. Do you mind explaining?
I got you. So the child tax credit gives more money to families, working families, specifically to help pay for food and things like that that people would need, right? And when it implemented in 2021 through the American Rescue Plan, it reduced childhood poverty by 40 to 50%. So do you think that's a good policy to increase the child tax credit, which is going to lead to a reduction in childhood poverty?
Of course, there are some things that the Democratic Party does that is good. Of course, everybody has good and bad parts to them. I weighed out the good and bad parts of each and decided on Trump.
Okay, can you name 2 Trump economic policies that you like of his?
2 Trump economic policies, what that he's going to be doing?
Yeah, or that he did.
Well, he's planning on doing job creation. I think that's great.
That's not a policy.
So what do you mean by a policy? Define what you mean.
Job creation is like a goal, right?
That's
It's not a
nice way to
policy.
describe- I guess.
So
I
what
guess
do you
the
mean by
question
policy?
the question that Parker's asking here is how does Trump plan to achieve that goal?
Yeah, essentially.
Oh, so you're asking what his actual goal is? Like what he's actually planning on doing?
Like the plan to achieve the goal of job creation.
Ali, thank you for the $1. Sky, thank you for the $1. And Kirsten, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, they did. Thank you so much, Kirsten.
Oh, you're saying how would he achieve job creation? Like what his
Like, what is
actual
he actually
steps
gonna
are?
do? What is he actually? Yes, exactly.
I'll be honest, I don't think he shared that.
Yeah, no shit. It's because he doesn't have substantive policy. You said like you're pretty pro-life. Do you think that Grape victims should be able to get abortions?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, never mind. We can still talk about that, but I'm not like to derail.
Okay, so like the point I'm saying is that
No,
you don't
I actually would
necessarily
like
have.
to talk about that.
Sure, but like, so you think abortion is unjustified?
I think abortion is justified in very specific circumstances.
Okay, so in circumstances in which there's like an elective set of circumstances, you think it's wrong? You think it's murder and they should go to prison?
When it's not like justifiable circumstances?
Yeah, like when it's not Grape or SA, etc.
Well, I think that if someone had sex unprotected or didn't take care of themselves and therefore becomes pregnant, I think people have to be held accountable for their actions.
Okay,
yes.
I'm gonna get you with this one. Hannah,
Go for it.
I want you to name every single reason why an abortion is wrong. So you just gave us one, like unprotected sex, they needed responsibility, accountability. Name every single reason why that abortion's wrong.
Okay, I think it's murder. Is that not good enough for you?
I'm just asking you to name every single reason here.
Do you think that murder is not good enough for you? Do you think that's not a good enough reason and we should just leave it at that?
So why do you think abortion's murder?
Because I think that stopping a potential human life and not allowing it to develop when it's naturally able to develop, I think that's murder.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, what you're telling me. Do you know what an IUD is?
An IUD, yes.
Okay, an IUD is a form of a birth control, right? And
yes, I know what it is, and I know what birth control is as well. But the life, that's not true though. That's the same as wearing a condom.
I haven't given you a true or false statement. I've only asked you a question. What are you saying?
Okay, but I see where you're going with this,
Okay,
and I don't
so
have
Hannah, maybe
patience
you should
to
let me
listen
speak
to it. I just wanted to cut you off.
prior, right, to making a claim. Because all I did was I asked you a question. Do you know what an IUD is? Right, and then you say that's not true. I didn't give you a
I said
falsifiable
yes.
statement. I asked you a question. So
I
let me
said
speak
yes.
before you deny what I'm saying.
Go for it.
Awesome, right? So, so specifically an IUD sometimes...
Oh, she just
Yes,
left. Okay,
we
all right.
cannot go for it.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up here real quick. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates.
Wait, why did it send me to the bottom again?
Yo, what's up? How old are you? I don't know.
Oh my god. No, I was trying to go in earlier because I'm
You're good. Don't worry. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, let's get this next person up here. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing live. Let's get to 1 million likes. Fill up the bar a few times. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
Why so?
Okay.
What's your birth year?
Sorry?
What's your birth year?
05.
What's election day in America?
Yeah.
What?
What's election day in America?
November fucking thing. I don't know.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Everyone keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. Sydney, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Parker, you're missing a button in your shirt. The third button down.
This one?
No, one right there.
Oh, shit. Jeez, thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you. That's the whole live. I've been like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. No one even told me, dude. No one told me but you. Jeez, bro. I think people were like, please don't say anything.
Well, I actually saw a lot of people in the chat being like, button your shirt. And I was like, well, what button? And then
Wait, I didn't mean to join. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
You're good. Don't worry.
You're good, Willow. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Everyone said no. I'm just trolling everyone. Yeah, no, I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry, y'all. Not the atheist shirt, for real. I need to repost that.
Whatever happened to Terry Joe?
I think they still go live every once in a while. I think they just don't go live very often.
Mm-hmm. Dude, yo, Twitter's been a cesspool recently.
I feel like it always is.
It's been worse recently.
Really? What happened?
I don't know. Just like the Matt Gaetz ethics report came out, people started talking about Hunter more, and then just really high levels of homophobia right now. Paige, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate that. What's up, Frank? Did you vote for Trump?
Fuck Trump. Did not mean to request up. Sorry.
Based. All right, let's get the next person up here. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. I hope get it out to more people. Let's go into the next person real quick. If you want to support me or Dean, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like we got another cameo request.
Bro's getting cameo requests like crazy, bro. Should I open up a cameo?
Yup, you should. Emily and Blair. That's a boom and another boom. Let's get some W's for Emily and Blair for the 2 cameo requests. So ho go to the link in my bio and request a cameo for.
I'm 36.
Yeah. Do you think that did you vote for Trump?
Of course I did. Who wouldn't?
Okay,
Us and
me.
any reasonable, rational person. So please tell us why you decided to vote for the worst presidential candidate in modern American history, the 34-count felon Grapus.
Yeah, well, he's not a felon for one. Do we want to go there, sweetheart? Because
Okay,
we
well,
can.
hey, Pookie Bear. So just objectively.
Wait, Pookie Bear. Who's Pookie Bear?
You are, little boy.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm old enough to be your father. So let's sit
that's
down
probably
before
why
talk,
you want me to
son.
be your sweetheart.
Sit down before you talk, okay? Because
I might not be old enough, but I am your daddy.
We must not live. You must not live in America. Because are you just saying he's convicted without being convicted? Where's he being convicted?
No, he was convicted. He was convicted of 34 felonies. Snowflake.
No, he's not, sweetheart.
Yes, he was, sweetheart.
I just looked it up, sweetheart. Trump has no
Sweetheart,
convictions.
if you actually had the like 2 brain cells, the level of a goldfish, you would have been able to realize that.
I
It's
do have-
reported on by AP News, NPR, PBS. Any reputable media source indicates that he has been convicted of 34 felonies. Now, what I think you're referencing is sentencing, but sentencing doesn't change whether or not he was convicted. He still was convicted, and the judge ruled that they're going to stay in place because he wasn't president.
I think you guys are just so butt sore. Let's
Oh,
okay.
so what you can acknowledge that he's
but
literally a
let's talk about
convicted
Biden.
felon.
Let's talk about Biden pardoning all the people on federal road that never's been done
Federal
like that.
road?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
Federal-
that. You want to talk
Name
about
one
that?
person. Name one person.
Federal
One
road?
person. He
No, today.
He did everyone
could've-
but 3 that was on federal. He did
Hey, I
everyone
could've-
but 3.
Can you name
The
one
guy
person?
for the Boston Marathon in 2013, which you probably weren't alive. You were probably still in your mom's womb at
You think
2013.
I'm 22 years old? Do you think I was in the womb in 2013? Wow,
Yeah,
that's MAGA math.
you're just a
Nice
little
math,
butt-sweet.
Snowflake.
That's all you are.
Nice.
All you do is get paid by Pallet Management, which they're putting checks here real soon. We're about to send them my way.
Wait, am I paid by Pallet?
Yeah, Pallet Management is sending the checks my way, son.
we're
Really?
actually not.
Yeah, they are. They're going to send them to me instead.
So we're actually not even managed by Pallet.
Well, you used to. They must have. Did they drop
Never.
you already?
I've never been managed by
Palace
Pallet.
management already dropped you.
We were.
They already dropped you. You can go down that road.
I've never once been managed by
I
Pallet.
got receipts. You don't got receipts.
Go ahead. Go find the receipts, buddy.
I got receipts.
Snowflake, show me them. I've never been managed by anyone.
Oh well, guess what? You're fucking retarded. That's why.
Oh, there's a slur, bro. Literally, dude. Fucking insane, bro. Dude, you're paid by the DNC. You're paying my Pallet. You're paid by Pallet. Our slur.
So just what he was talking about. So today, actually, Biden pardoned 48 of the 50 people in federal death row.
Oh.
Yeah. Jill, thank you for the $1 of him. I appreciate it.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up? I'm 44.
Did you vote Trump?
I did vote for Trump.
Why so?
You know, I'm not a very political person, and I'm not going to tell you I'm the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to those things. But when I saw that they were weaponizing the courts and getting a former president and accusing him of different things just because he's about to run again, I didn't like that. And I think that the majority of America didn't like that either, which is why he won in the
Can you give me the example of what they specifically accused of him that he didn't do?
You guys were talking earlier about what was the lady's name? Jean Carroll. So I saw, you know, everyone saw different videos on YouTube and interviews that she did. She's a little out there. And the other thing I didn't like that I found out was that her legal team was being funded by someone who's on the Epstein list, and I think that's kind of odd. Like,
Pretty sure that had mustache. So tell me the person, one, and then two. Did you know that Trump was like very close friends with Epstein for like a decade?
Are you the person on the Epstein list?
Reid Hoffman,
the guy from LinkedIn.
Yeah, is Reid Hoffman on the Epstein list?
I haven't seen any evidence of that.
I'll look into it.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are saying that he is. I mean, listen, we can all.
Yeah, people claim a bunch of things. I thought you don't accept claims. I thought you require evidence.
Yeah, I'm actually. So I just looked up Reid Hoffman Epstein. Surprisingly, I don't see anything. Could you just tell us if you made that up?
Parker, why are you saying that I said something that I never said?
What did I say?
Well, you just said something like, "Oh yeah, I thought you said," and I haven't really said anything. I mean, if you guys want to have a nice conversation, we'll have one, but don't start putting words in my mouth.
What did I put in your mouth?
I'm not going to be like the other guy here.
Red Nose, what did I put in your mouth? You're so sensitive, bro.
I'm not sensitive. I'm just telling you.
You're clearly sensitive. What did I put in your mouth?
I'm sensitive, and you guys were going crazy on these people here. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you absolutely are sensitive. You just got mad at me doing what? You can't even tell me what I did.
You just told me stop saying something that I never even said.
What did I say that you said?
Something stupid, like all the other stupid things you guys say. Now, Reid Hoffman.
What did I say that you said? Push the money gun. What did I say that you said that you didn't say?
Okay, well, since you're getting sensitive about it, I'll just tell you. I forgot what you said. It was so stupid that I don't even want to repeat it. But anyways, Reid Hoffman.
Yeah, I bet.
Why are you guys running away from the whole Reid Hoffman thing? We know that he's on the Epstein.
I'm actually. Yeah, actually, it is. He is. Yeah, so he did go to the pedophile island.
Why would he fund that case? Why the connections? You know, if you tell me there's no connection, I say, okay, you know what? Maybe.
Red Nose, I could actually tell you. I mean, I don't know Reid Hoffman, and prior to like 30 seconds ago, I didn't know that he had been to Epstein's island. But I am familiar with a lot of people that work for Hoffman. And essentially, the reason that he funded E. Jean Carroll was just like a public support to seek accountability for that person, right? And I actually think that was pretty commendable of him, right? Even if he is P3DO that went to the island, I think that he should be locked up for the rest of his life. But yet, like this single-hand decision of like deciding to support E. Jean Carroll for that reason should be scrutinized.
Parker, you guys are smart young men. You guys are smart young men. Okay. You don't think that this person who's funding that legal case and didn't know who Jean Carroll was prior, but all of a sudden here, I'm going to give you hundreds of thousands of dollars to fund this case.
He's a fucking billionaire. Yeah,
you guys are smart. You guys are smarter than that.
They literally have a philanthropy fund, right? And he doesn't manage it himself. Other people do, and they basically just like give money to good causes. Right, and supporting E. Jean Carroll with her legal fees to seek accountability for the president of the United States for raping her was a significantly good cause. I think that we could all stand behind that.
So we
Dean,
can't.
how do I open up a thing? on
Okay.
Cameo. Yeah.
The United States did not.
Just download the app, then like sign up to be a creator. I actually don't remember how I did it. Maybe do it on like the laptop. It might be easier.
Careful, Parker. I might pay for you to do a cameo, and then you're going to have to look at my face.
I don't have to accept the Cameo.
You better accept my cameo. Anyways, listen. Just playing.
If it's $500 you give me.
I give you 1,000. I give you 1,000.
The
Okay, I'm waiting.
All right, listen.
People that work around Reid Hoffman are like pretty great, man.
Dean,
good people that work around him.
Dean, Elon Musk had to fire him because he wasn't that good. And listen, you know, the American people voted for Trump. Do you think that many people would vote for someone that in their hearts they felt, damn, this guy really did that? They know that he didn't do that. They know that.
Okay, so the issue with the issue with this argument is now you're just saying, well, like a pretty large percentage of our country, right, doesn't believe that Donald Trump's a rapist, therefore he's innocent. That logic seemingly doesn't hold when we consider that for millennia, 90% or more of the general populace of the Earth thought that it was flat, right? So basically, what I'm describing is populist opinion doesn't dictate truth, right? So I would stop making that fallacious argument if I was you.
You make it sound so eloquent with nice big words, but what you're forgetting is that the American public voted, and loudly. It was a loud vote. So
yeah, dude, this is all baseless rhetoric from a stupid man. Do you think because a vast majority of American citizens voted for Biden in 2020 that the American people spoke and thought that he was like the king savior of Earth and was so good at what he did, and thereby Biden absolutely solos Trump and any other Republican because he has the most amount of votes that any presidential candidate has ever gotten?
Well, I would have loved to see Biden run, but you know his own party turned their back on him. I mean,
was Biden better than Trump in 2020?
Don't you guys have issues with that?
This is a red herring. Was Biden better than Trump in 2020?
Well, he got more votes, is what it seems like. And he
but
won.
Was he better? Was Biden? Would Biden make a better president than Trump in 2020?
My opinion is, and I voted for Trump, that no, Biden was not better. That's my opinion.
So all that you're telling us is that populist opinion doesn't dictate truth in 2020. So why would it in 2024?
What do you mean populist opinion? The popular vote was won by Trump in 2024.
Okay, you are literally too stupid to have this conversation with. You made the argument.
Oh,
that
so when
because
people,
the populist
opinion, could have the.
One second. You're making the argument that because a vast amount of the populace, right, voted for Trump, right, and denies that he's a rapist, that means that Trump is not a rapist, because a lot of people think that. But yet,
I don't even think you know what you're saying right now. I don't even think you know what you're saying right now.
I actually think I'm being incredibly clear with what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
I remember when I was in my Calculus 2 class as a sophomore in high school, I didn't think that the teacher made sense, but that wasn't the professor's fault. That was my fault.
Oh, so you're good at math, calculus. So let's talk about taxes and tariffs then. I'd love to have that conversation.
No, because I'm not going to allow you to pivot off of this conversation.
You're the one that's pivoting. But go ahead.
I'm not actually pivoting. Wait, how can you accuse me of pivoting when you didn't understand what I was saying?
You don't even understand what you're saying. You're trying to sound smart.
That's another red herring. Like you can't even you can't keep up with the substance of the conversation, so you're just gonna say random stupid shit, right? Cut and dry. You said because a lot of people voted for Trump, right? Assuming that they all didn't think he was a rapist, that means that Trump is innocent and is definitely not a rapist, right? So in other words, you're saying that a popular opinion is always the correct opinion. So right, in 2020, when Biden got a vast majority, right, of all votes, the most votes that any candidate has ever gotten for the presidency in the history of our country, that means that Biden is the best candidate in the history of our country. That means that Biden is better fit for the Oval Office, right, than Trump if we were to accept your logic that populist opinion dictates truth. However, you contradicted that logic when you said that Trump would have been the better pick in 2020 than Biden. Vera with a cameo. I'm gonna give that 5 booms. Boom, 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 boom. W Vera for the cameo request.
You guys always mute people. You guys always mute people when you get intimidated by a person that.
I'm not intimidated by a 45-year-old man with half a brain.
44. I don't need that extra year now.
Damn, I was spot on with you.
You could use it.
Look at me.
You could use it. Well, you guys asked me my age when I came on.
I honestly didn't even remember that. I just guessed.
You know, you guys should thank Trump because you guys are going to pay less taxes since we're going to continue under his plan. Had it been the other way around, and I know you guys are making good money off of this TikTok stuff, So you guys will pay a significant amount less money in taxes because of Donald Trump. Aren't you thankful for that?
No.
Why not, Parker?
Because I would prefer like families having more money.
Wait, how much money do you think that we make?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
like
You guys
yeah,
are
like I don't think that we'd get some massive tax break, bro.
If any. Wait, how much money do you think we make?
Let's see. Based on your followers and how many people are with you every night, you guys are probably at 300K or more a year.
That's still not enough to get the tax plan.
But yeah, you have to be at over 400K.
Well, can you at least admit, hey, this guy at least knows his numbers? Because that's
No,
what
you
you guys
don't.
are. Yes, you got. Okay, I get it. You don't want to.
No,
you don't want to tell your followers. Fine.
I'm going to be honest. You are drastically off.
No, it can't.
Brianna, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Yeah, you are drastically off.
You know how much money you guys are going to save in taxes if you're making that type of cheese? A whole lot of money, because rather than being at about 40%, you guys don't have any dependents, you don't have any kids.
Dude, come on, bro. Like, dude, you're actually just like delusional. Okay, even if we did receive a massive tax break, right, from Donald Trump, I still wouldn't support him because it would still be better through Kamala Harris for the average American.
No.
And if I was making so much more than 400,000, that it would be so relevant. Well, then it would be the case that like I would already have so much money that it wouldn't matter.
I could tell by the looks on your faces you're making about what I just said. But listen,
no,
it's drastically different.
No, we could tell you with honesty that you.
And I know that you guys aren't making money because some company. You guys are making money,
bro. If I made like a significant amount of money, why the fuck am I still living with my brother?
Hey, I'm not mad at you guys for that. You guys are monetizing TikTok. You're using politics. I think that at your age, you're brilliant for doing that. But you better thank Trump because you're going to save money on taxes. And Parker, you said tariffs. Because of tariffs, we're going to all pay more taxes. Can you unpack that and break that down for me? Because
I just want to say one thing. Ideologically speaking, even if I made like $3 million a year, right, and I did get a massive tax break from Trump, that would still be the worst candidate to vote for. And that's because I'm not like you. I'm not narcissistic and self-centered. Like, I would rather, right, these 65 Grape victims per day that are being denied access to abortion in 10 of our states because Trump overturned Roe v. Wade, right, have their protections reinstantiated at the federal level by Kamala Harris and pay a couple of $100,000 per year in taxes. Like, I would rather, right, grant more purchasing power to the average everyday American, right, through tax policy that is built for them, right, to grow our GDP and to make the quality of life much better for members of the low and the middle class than like save a couple extra $1,000 per year on taxes. Like, there is like so many more important things, right, for the collective than what is.
I can't figure out this cameo thing, Dean.
To members of like the top 1%.
Dean, are you done with your eloquent little speech that you just gave?
I love it that you've told me that I speak eloquently like 4 times.
Beautiful. You're so eloquent. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at you.
You got flagged for harassment and bullying.
You said I'm narcissistic.
You just want me to leave it?
You don't even know who I am, and you're saying those things. And then you mentioned for people that make like $3 million, oh, I fall in that category. Oh, where'd he go? Anyways, Parker, I don't like Dean. He's a little bit rude. But Parker, let's get back to those tariffs that you were talking about earlier. You said tariffs are
got a new cameo request from Ryan. Let's give that 5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom.
That was actually me.
W Ryan down below in that comment
fake name,
section.
Ryan.
Literally right now, W Ryan. Quite frankly, for the cameo request, ho ho, go to the link in my bio.
So what do you guys think about Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy? They're going to help make it's Vivek like cake. Listen, you okay there?
Dean, you got to message me on what? I don't know what to do.
They're going to make the government a lot more efficient, which means they don't have to tax us so much money.
Yeah. So again, the government, what are they going to cut?
Well, that remains to be seen, but there's a lot of wasteful spending in that government. And whose fault is it?
Yeah, like tax cuts for billionaires.
No, we're talking government.
No, that's good spending. Like,
Department of Governmental Efficiency. Parker.
Yeah, and then we want Elon Musk, a fucking billionaire, to be the top of that? Jeez, dude.
Yes, I want a guy who doesn't try to make his pockets bigger and richer because he's already got all the money. He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to cheat us. He doesn't need to tax you more money, Dean and Parker, because he's got money. He's going to make it.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. He's going to add more to the debt, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget.
How are tariffs going to make my taxes higher, Parker? Help me out.
Yeah, because it's going to cause your prices to go up.
My
for
prices
American
to
goods.
go up.
Yes,
Okay.
American goods will be more expensive.
Here, let me help you out with how taxes work. It's income tax. They tax you based on income. So if I pay more
you understand
taxes,
what are
that
tariffs?
means I
Can you
made
tell me
more
what
income.
can you tell me what a tariff is?
A tariff. A tariff is a tax on goods that are coming into the country.
Oh, so it is a tax?
On goods coming into the country.
Okay, so you understand that causes the price of goods that are already developed in the country to be more expensive as well, right? Because there's a
That's
greater
the point.
demand. There's a greater demand with a lower level of supply of available goods.
That is not universally true. It depends. Remember.
Wait. When we do a universal tariff, that's absolutely true.
No. See, there's a free market. So even though a product comes in here,
it's not a free market if
Oh,
there's tariffs, genius.
let me know when I'm allowed to talk. Let me know.
When you say something not stupid.
It's
Paige, thank you so much for the
it's
$5.
actually
Thank you
on-
so much.
It's on point. You don't want to listen to it because
Go
it's
for
crazy.
it. I'm waiting.
When Josh was up here and the guy sounded like he was drunk since fucking last weekend, you guys let him talk a whole lot. But when someone comes up,
Got
here,
a new cameo from Wendy. Show some love to Wendy in the chat for the new cameo request. We'll give that 5 big booms. Boom, 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 and boom for Wendy with the cameo request. Go ahead.
You guys are annoying sometimes. But anyways, but you're monetizing this, so I'm not going to get mad at you. I'll tell you
You
this.
sounded pretty mad.
No, man, I'm not mad. I don't get mad. Listen, I made 10 grand today. I'm not mad. Okay?
That's so cap. You did not make 10
well,
grand today.
listen.
Taylor, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much, Taylor.
You don't think I made 10 grand today?
Nope. Send me 5.
You want 5 grand?
Yeah.
That's too much money.
Wait, send me 200
Okay, is
bucks,
one
right?
okay? 1 grand?
Yeah, what about 1 grand?
Emily, think of the $5.
Split it between the both of us. 1 grand.
Well, you know what? If you guys would bring your wisdom and your smartness, you don't know everything because you're too young. You haven't been around the block yet. You know. But if you guys will go over to the Republican Party and bring all that energy there, maybe I'll throw a couple dollars at you.
Wait, are you going to say that you'd pay us to influence our political beliefs and what we preach online?
Fuck yeah, like the Democrats do. You know it.
Oh, no.
Let's go down that little rabbit hole. Come on, Dean.
Yo,
Who
Charlie
knows?
with a new cameo request. W's for Charlie in the comment section for the cameo. Massive W's for Charlie. W Charlie. Can I get a W Charlie out of you, Renos?
What are your thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
Idiot.
Are you guys fucking?
I've literally had a conversation with him. Have you seen our debate?
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Nice.
I think that Charlie Kirk.
Brilliant.
I think that like what he believes and what he says is like so incredibly harmful. For whatever reason, he's always been like pretty respectful to me personally, but I don't think he's been respectful to others with the beliefs in which he holds to be true. And I definitely don't think like he's the best political debater that the right has.
Charlie Kirk is you guys a couple years ago, with the exception of you guys side with the left, and obviously he sides with the right. But I don't see much difference between you guys. With
I would say a better comparison to us on the right would be like Ben Shapiro or something like that.
Ben Shapiro talks too fast. Anyways, listen.
That's like somehow a critique of him, by the way. I have many critiques, but that's not a critique.
Well, Ben Shapiro, he is he's I think he's pretty far right leaning. His views on things, and I don't know about TikTok friendly words here, but over there with Israel and Palestine are, I would say not what your views are. I don't know too much about that topic. I will say this: it's a shitty topic all around. I think that there's kids suffering on both ends, and it sucks. But how do you guys fix that? And who can fix that? Who's going to stop the suffering of all these kids that you were so passionate about a little while ago, Parker? Who's going to stop that? You think Harris is going to stop that, or the Biden?
No, we critique the Democratic Party. We don't think that either side is pro-Palestine right now, and we want them to be.
Okay, so if you're in office, how do you take care of that problem?
Stop giving weapons to Israel. Stop giving offensive weapons to Israel. Like that'd be like number one.
How is Palestine getting their weapons?
Allow for the ICC and the ICJ specifically to what's it called? Arrest Netanyahu.
Okay,
criminals.
but you seem very focused on Israel. You got to understand, there's monsters in Palestine. Monsters.
What do you mean by that?
Monsters that are unaliving people, chopping body parts off, making people.
So do you think there are monsters in Israel?
I do think so. I think that's pretty ugly over there. I think both sides.
Okay. So I wouldn't use that terminology, but I do think that there are people doing bad things. I agree that war criminals, right, in Hamas and war criminals in the Israeli government should be held accountable.
How do you stop it?
You allow for the ICJ and the ICC to have authority.
Easier said than done, Parker. I mean, it's a good thought and you're saying it with your heart, but it's easier said than done. You know, and it sucks because they use it for politics here in the United States. And at the end of the day, I just feel like the Republicans right now are better for the country. You know, I feel like the left went too far left. And I get it.
We
You
did
guys
not go too far left. How did you think Kamala Harris is too far left? Jeez, bro.
Too far left, Parker. Parker, listen.
How was Kamala Harris too far left?
Let me use a small topic, and I think this is a small topic because there's not a big population of transgenders. But when you allow
transgender people,
just one topic, when you allow someone who was born male to participate in female sports, that is an issue. It's just common sense. You don't.
How is it an issue?
Come on, Parker. You know, you guys listen, Dean.
There are less than 10 trans people in the NCAA. Okay, with over 500,000 people in the NCAA. Okay,
there's
Dean, are you an athlete? Dean, do you work out?
There's 11.
Dean, are you an athlete? Do you work out? Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, you do. I mean, would you agree that? And let's play the percentages. I mean, there's always an anomaly. You might have a girl that's really big and strong, but let's play the percentages, the obvious percentages, the reason why there even exists male versus female. You're going to tell me that if you got into a weightlifting competition and it was just you and a bunch of females, that you don't have a really good chance of winning that competition?
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you my thoughts. So I obviously think that there's going to be distinctions within the anatomy and biology of males and females. Some of these distinctions will give males a biological advantage over the females, right, given like particular sports. The reason why I still think that trans women should be able to compete within women's sports is because for leagues such as the NCAA, etc., they require trans women to undergo multiple years of hormone replacement therapy, and the studies on the effects of hormone replacement therapy are pretty consistent, and they demonstrate that given multiple years of HRT, that there's no unfair biological advantages that would continue to exist, and if so, like they are pretty inconsequential. And for that reason, I don't find an issue with it. Now, right, if that wasn't to be the case, and trans women in all scenarios, even after they had undergone HRT, still had those biological advantages over cis women, maybe my position would be different. But in reality, as it stands, they simply do not possess that unfair biological advantage.
We're talking about men that are transitioning because they want to be women. Their lung capacity, bone density, testosterone levels, you cannot put them to compete with women. Because
actually, after multiple years of HRT and without pale puberty, like the distinctions are so small insofar as that there'd be no reason to restrict them from being able to play in sports. Secondly, right, there's just not enough trans people to say that this is an issue, right? Like, I don't understand that you bringing this up as an issue. There's literally less than 10.
I said it was a small issue, but it shows how far left the left is going.
It doesn't show how far left.
I think that
Kamala Harris didn't run on this.
I think that Michael Phelps is a significantly larger issue than like any trans woman in a women's sports. Do you think that Michael Phelps should be barred from playing in men's swimming because he possessed like fucking like web toes and web fingers and like has like a uniquely long wingspan and just like dominates all other men competing in the sport due to his unfair biological advantages?
If you have a fair playing field where you don't have people taking HRT or TRT or doing steroids,
HRT would actually reduce the amount of testosterone that is naturally produced by the body by converting it to a higher degree into things such as estrogen, which, if anything, would make it more fair.
You might as well just say, you know what? Let's not let Shaquille O'Neal play basketball because he's bigger and stronger, so that's not fair. Michael Phelps is stronger.
That's kind of the argument that you'd have to make, though, right? Like, for instance, people like LeBron, Shaquille, all of these individuals, right, at the end of the day, and do possess unfair biological advantages over the other cis men that are competing within their sports. I don't see the difference between making the argument that trans women shouldn't be able to compete in women's sports for this reason. Meanwhile, people like Michael Phelps, Shaquille O'Neal, etc., should.
You cannot take someone who was born male. Let's say LeBron James wants to retire from men's sport and says, you know what? I want to be a woman now. You think it's okay for him to go to the WNBA and
that's not how we think trans people's identities are validated.
Yeah. No, I've actually thought like long and hard about this question. So, like, first of all, like, you don't switch your gender identity. You're born with what you got. Second of all, Like if like LeBron James was genuinely a trans woman, no, I don't think that LeBron James should be able to compete in women's sports. But that's just simply that's just not what we see. Like in order for you to be able to conceive of an argument, first you have to deny reality in the sense that you assume your gender identity is something that you would change, and then second, you could only appeal to like these individuals that already possess unfair biological advantages over their cis male counterparts in their own sports, such as LeBron James or Shaquille O'Neal, and then you have to assume them to be trans in order for you to even make somewhat sense, right? But like at the end of the day, like the trans women that are competing in women's sports are very small by the numbers. There's only 11 in a league of multiple hundreds of thousands. They've undergone multiple years of HRT. They possess no unfair biological advantages over these cis women in their sports because of that fact. And studies have consistently demonstrated this since the 90s, right? And on top of that, these trans women aren't performing extraordinarily rare. Like where are the statistics to show, right, that all of these trans women are just dominating the cis women in their leagues? There's been multiple trans women that have tried out for women's teams in the Olympics. More likely than not, they've been denied from joining the Olympics teams, and then those in which have joined like didn't like rank in the top 3. Like I'm not so sure that there's ever been a trans woman that has received a gold medal in the sport,
If
right?
what
So
you're
it's like there's
saying,
just no conceivable fucking argument. You're just making a argument out of like thin air to like further
oh
persecute
no,
and
there's no fear.
marginalize 0.05% of our population who only has 11 people competing in this major sporting league, right? And it's all because, right, fundamentally speaking, the MAGA party, right, is founded upon hatred and prejudice. When you don't have hatred and you don't have prejudice, you can't scare people into
Take a breath,
supporting
Dean.
a
Take a
common
breath.
like a common cause.
So if what you're saying is true and there are no advantages, help me and everyone who's listening right now understand why it was that they stripped Leah Thomas of all her NCAA awards and everything that she accomplished. Help me to understand why they stripped her. What was the reason?
I'm not familiar with Leah Thomas. I'd have to look into
Oh,
it.
the NCAA swimmer that was born with a penis and testicles decided, hey, I want to be a woman now, and started competing in female swimming, broke records, won championships, and then the
What
NCAA
records did she break?
Swimming records.
Like which one?
Female swimming records.
I'd love for you to like indicate to me which one specifically.
You want me to indicate? I couldn't do that, but I can tell you that when you Google it now, and you will, that you're going to see that I'm right. They stripped her of all those things.
Wait,
Now,
actually,
tell
what
me
I see is
why.
that Thomas finished second in the men's 500,000 in 1650 yard freestyle at Ivy League Championships as a sophomore in 2019 in the
Keep
men's
searching,
league.
Papa. Keep searching. They should have.
It actually looks like Thomas broke records in the men's league. Did you know that?
And then you allow him to compete with women. How stupid can the NCAA be? Come on, dude.
What records
dude,
did
be
she
smart.
break within the women's league?
Look it up. I don't know. I don't follow women's swimming like that, but I can tell you
I
read up on that.
All that I see is that she broke records while she was competing in the men's league.
Okay, you see what you want to see, but people know that's a known.
Wait, actually, something else that I see is that she started to undergo hormone replacement therapy in 2019, and then after she had satisfied the NCAA's conditions for competing in women's sports by 2021, her time for the 500 yard freestyle was over 15 seconds slower than it was prior to her undergoing HRT. If anything, this demonstrates the efficacy of hormone replacement therapy insofar as reducing the biological advantages that males possess over females. Leah Thomas is a shining example of the efficacy of HRT insofar as trans women
How does
competing
the
within women's
HRT
sports.
reduce his testosterone, Dean?
Oh wait, what are you asking? How you could reduce the levels of testosterone in a
No,
human
I'm asking
body
you.
with
How
use
does
of,
the
like, of
how does
drugs?
the HRT reduce that person's testosterone? Help me.
Dude, I don't know how it works. I just know that it does work, and the efficacy of HRT
It
has
does
been well
not
documented for
work,
50
Dean.
years.
It does not work. You cannot simply.
You wouldn't be
just-
able to find me a study to indicate that that's true. That's just your prejudice and emotions talking.
No,
we know that HRT works.
The 3
It's
million
not
I
only
make
just
a
used for
year is
trans
because
individuals.
I work in an HRT TRT center. Smart
One second.
guy. Maybe you should listen.
If HRT
Maybe you
doesn't-
should listen.
Wait, I have a question.
Listen.
If HRT doesn't work, then how come you get paid $3 million a year to administer it?
Are you going to let me talk?
Fucking answer my question. You know you just got caught. You just
No,
got caught.
there's not-
You
there's
get
no
paid
caught.
$3 million
You
a
gonna let
year
me
to
talk?
administer it. If it doesn't work,
HRT
how come you get paid $3 million a
this
year to
guy's
administer it?
retarded. You're dumb. HRT
Wait,
is
Did you just say the
hormone-
Arsler? Yeah.
HRT.
Fuck out of here, you weirdo. By the way, I just made a cameo, everyone. It's Parker Needs a Job. If you want to look up, it's in my bio. I think I made it like $25 or something.
Base, dude. Holy shit, dude. Honestly, I should get back into like debating trans topics. I feel like I kind of cook on them.
All right, let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I actually first honestly I couldn't stop
All right, let's get this
laughing.
next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Dean, by the way, if you want to go over to do yours, you can. I'm probably going to do. If you want to move over, we could do like 20 more minutes, just because that'll get me at 3 hours.
Yeah, sure. I don't care. I'm having fun on here.
I'm down to stay though. Like, I just didn't want to like force you to stay here. You know.
Yeah, I'll probably go start it soon, just for a little bit, I guess. See how it does.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I get my voice.
Can't hear you at all.
Oh, I'm reading more about Leah Thomas.
All right. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone.
Hello.
How old
Oh
are you?
shit! I didn't mean to.
Very good. All right, let's go to the next person. Everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let's get this next person up here. Oh, Dean, we got to do another Fortnite 1v1.
Okay.
Actually, a Parker and Dean Fortnite stream. That's what we needed, yeah.
Bro, dude, I'm actually reading about Leah Thomas for the first time. Like, she's been taken advantage of by, like, anti-trans
I know.
individuals for so long. So it actually looks like Leah Thomas set, like, an abundant amount of records, right, when she was competing in men's league, right, underwent HRT for 3 years, and then never broke a single record within women's leagues.
You guys are so fucking hot. I love you.
Brian. Oh, it's Brian. It's Brian. It's Brian. Hey, Brian. Hope you're doing well, man. We know you.
All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Brianna, thank you so much for the $1. Is the cameo temporary or is it staying up? I'll probably keep it up. Oh my God, Justin, thank you for the $100 on Venmo. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's for Justin in the comment section right now on Venmo? Thank you so much. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. W's for Justin in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I definitely will look you up. I definitely will look you up and follow you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Justin. That's incredibly fucking kind of you. Incredibly kind.
W Justin.
W Justin. Emily, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate that from my roommate. And I love you and Dean. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Paige, thank you for the $5 as well. And Kate, thank you for the $7 for happy holidays. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Yeah, did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
How? What's your birth year?
2004.
What month?
March.
Okay. Why'd you vote Trump?
I think that they're both bad people. Like, I think that they're both really bad people. And like, I mean, I also, one thing that stood out to me and what you guys said was like, for Palestine, you guys said like, what's it called? You said that it was funny that someone supported Trump and they had like Palestine, but like Kamala
They were
doesn't
trolling.
support Trump
They were trolling. No, it's because we indicate that like clearly like Donald Trump would be worse for Palestinians. That's why. How? Okay, so one, he specifically allowed for Israel to engage in illegal settlements within the West Bank. Specifically, the Abraham Accords didn't take into account the state of Palestine. He moved the embassy from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. Right. He specifically like we can reference or from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Sorry, and then we can reference specifically plenty of other things that where he specifically was advocating for like them to literally engage in flatten Iran and finish the job. Right. Like he's plenty of things we'd advocate are significantly worse. Also, we try to get Bibi Netanyahu to not accept a ceasefire. I just got a violation for sexually suggestive content somehow, Dean.
What the fuck?
Okay, but I think that like they're both really bad. So it's like you have to pick out of like the lesser evil.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah, it's clearly Kamala Harris. That's what we're saying.
But like I was kind of like I didn't really know how to differentiate like between each.
Well, I could give you a very like clear, a very clear reason why. So, like Donald Trump actually violated the Logan Act by suggesting Netanyahu not.
What's
to
the
accept
Logan
it.
Act?
It's basically like a piece of legislation that would prevent like citizens from interfering and meddling in politics by suggesting to other world leaders like what they should do in reference to like asks from like the presidential administration and the rest of our government. Like you just kind of can't interfere with those communications and like suggest a world leader to do something else. There's probably like more specifics available about the Logan Act online, but the point is that he suggested to Netanyahu to not accept the ceasefire agreement as laid out by Hamas. tangent with the Biden-Harris administration, and he wants Israel to continue to get money and funding from the U.S. to win, quote unquote, the war against Palestine. He doesn't want people to stop dying. He just wants Israel to win, and he says that the U.S. should fully back and support them until they do. And he has also suggested to Israel to invade and attack and flatten Iran, right? Meanwhile, the platform of the left is still going to be pro-Israel, upholding that they have a right to defend themselves in the manner in which they are. However, they are calling for a ceasefire agreement, saying that the dying needs to end.
Yo, Sid, thank you so much for the cameo request. I appreciate it. Thank you. W Sid.
Yeah, but like, I mean, we never had like the reason why I voted for it is because like we never had like Kamala as a president before, and like I didn't really I heard that
Kamala, by the way.
Kamala, and like I didn't know, like I thought I was like I might as well do what I'm used to if they're both terrible people.
What?
They're both terrible people.
So you're saying, what is that related to?
I'm saying like if you're gonna like I'm already like might as well vote for what you're used to.
I'm confused on what you're. So you think that they're both terrible, right? Leaving no room for nuance. You said might as well vote for who you're used to, that being Donald Trump. I don't think that follows. It's certainly like a low IQ take.
Okay. I mean, like that's just everybody in my family. Like they don't like either of them, but they still voted for Trump.
Yeah, what year are you born in?
2004.
And how old are you?
20.
Nice. What year are you born in?
2004. I mean.
Oh, sorry. What month were you born in?
March.
Okay. What year did you graduate from high school?
2022.
Damn. Okay. I mean, yeah, all that adds up. I guess you are 20. So your whole family voted for Trump.
Oh my god! Like,
would you ever? I have a question. If you had a 10-year-old daughter and someone walked up to them and said, "Damn, I'm going to be dating her in 10 years," would you ever vote them to be the president of the country?
I mean, no.
No. So Donald Trump did do that to someone else's daughter. So why would you not vote for Trump if he did it to your daughter, but you would vote for Trump if he did it to someone else's?
I mean, I didn't know that.
Okay, well, like in lieu of this new information, are you beginning to regret your vote for him?
Sorry?
Are you? Well, I mean, do you now regret your vote for Trump?
Definitely. Oh, definitely.
Okay, so like, if you could turn back time and shit, you would not have voted for Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you for coming up. We're gonna move on to our next guest. I have absolutely no clue where Parker went, but like that's that's fine. I guess I have control over the live, so we got this. What's going on? How old are you?
Sorry, I was gonna make a cameo.
My John before I beat the shit out you.
Okay. All right. We're just gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone.
Yeah, I have a lot of cameos to do tonight.
Should I just wait to do them tonight?
Well, I mean, you could do it if you want now. Like, I wouldn't mind taking over for a little bit.
Okay,
go
ahead.
I haven't like done too much today. Yeah. What's up, MAGA woman? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 23.
You're 23. Okay, so why the hell did you decide to like vote for the worst presidential candidate in modern American history, knowing that he actually stands against your self-interests?
So actually, because I was taught that in order to be a good Christian, you need to be conservative, and I just wanted to thank you for everything that you're doing. And I wish that like I had seen you when I was still in high school, so I never so I would have known that it was okay to have my own beliefs.
Hey, Baze. Hey, I understand exactly where you're coming from. I grew up in that same family and social setting, down to a T. And that's awesome that you're beginning to realize that that's not necessarily true. So good for you. I appreciate you.
I didn't actually.
And you're super awesome. Yeah, I bet that you like didn't vote for Trump, and you just said that so we could have continued conversation. But honestly, I'm glad that you did. That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate that. That's awesome. W's for them in the chat. By the way, if you do want to support me, my Venmo as well as my PayPal are in my bio. What's up, Trump? Did you vote for Trump?
I'm gonna touch you! Oh my god! Ah!
Why won't A fetus just threatened to touch me. Okay, I'm gonna delete my account now. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. What's up?
Alright,
did you vote for Trump?
Yes, of course I did. Of course I did.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Well,
Okay,
why
listen,
the fuck
Dean.
did you vote for the
You
worst president?
you lied. First of all, you lied on your chat. First of all, you said that Charlie Kirk said that you was a great debater. He didn't say you were a great debater. He said Parker was a great debater.
No, you got it backwards.
Charlie Kirk didn't even recognize you. He recognized Parker because I saw that thing on YouTube. When Parker came sit down, Charlie Kirk was excited. Oh, that's Parker. He didn't have any idea who you were. So how can you say that? How can you say that? He said you was a great debater.
Yeah, so if you're just interested about it, so first of all, prior to the episode, I spent like 30 minutes talking to Charlie. He knew who I was. Then also he said this.
Really smart kid. I actually think Dean is more likely to one day become more conservative because he's intellectually honest.
Would you ever be open to sitting down with him again and speaking to him?
Parker, I mean, that's maybe, yeah, I mean, he'd have to clean up his act. Dean, for sure, and I actually have a heart for Dean in a way, not in a romantic way, obviously, but like, I have a heart for that kid. Like, I actually think well, I mean, because society.
He called you a kid. He called you a kid.
After saying that,
Can you like fix your mic, dude? Your mic is
intelligent. I mean,
Parker
like,
was.
I obviously like I don't like to do this, but like, yeah, no. Charlie's my fan, not Parker's. That's right. Get fucked, buddy.
Yeah,
No, he
okay.
likes Parker.
You can take him. Take him, bro, please.
Best
Charlie Kirk didn't even recognize you, Dean. So what the hell? And you got destroyed. You got destroyed.
Can you fix your potato? Can you fix your potato mic, bro? Jesus Christ, it's so loud.
Oh, okay. Let me try to lower my voice here.
If you're curious, like no, like
Parker doesn't.
Charlie didn't know who I was.
Like me.
Charlie didn't know who I was. I spent 30 minutes talking to him before the episode started because he was just curious about how it was ran because I just failed my 1 Democrat versus 20 Republicans right before it.
Yeah, you did. You did fail because I seen it. You look like the cat dragged you out and the dog dragged you back in.
Charlie Kirk told me that I had the best point that he's ever heard in the abortion debate, and he actually didn't even have a response. I don't think I failed. I think
I seen it. I seen it. You were destroyed by all those. I seen the episode.
Oh, so really?
Can you
so
tell
I
me
only
what
named
he got
one
destroyed
point
on?
that I've been destroyed on.
Parker had a better thing than you did.
Wow, we're getting like
Parker
the opposite
held his
argument.
own.
We're getting like the opposite argument right now.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't agree with Charlie Kirk.
No, I don't agree with you, Dean.
No,
but
you actually
said,
wait. You actually
you're
directly
the biggest.
contradicting. You're actually directly contradicting what Charlie Kirk thinks.
Charlie Kirk recognized Parker. Charlie Kirk didn't recognize you.
Bro, you have the IQ of a fucking goldfish. You can't even track a simple conversation. As I said prior, I had a conversation with Charlie for 30 minutes before the episode filmed. It's not even that Charlie recognized me. It's that I literally talked to Charlie before it started to film, right? And then he went on a podcast and said that I'm intellectually honest. He thinks I'm going to become a conservative. And there's a highly respectful.
He didn't say anything on YouTube about it.
Oh my God, I'll play you the clip.
He recognized Parker when he sat down and said he was so excited to see Parker, but he didn't say anything about you.
Charlie?
Smart kid. I actually think Dean
Yes, I seen the episode. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Very smart kid. I actually think Dean.
That's not on YouTube, Dean.
Oh, troll. Did you mean like before we first sat down? Like when we first sat down in the Jubilee?
Yeah.
Dean has gained like 2 million followers since then. Dean has actually gained 2 million followers since then.
He got destroyed. Dean got destroyed. You held your own, Parker, and Dean got destroyed.
Okay. Good to hear. I appreciate you, man.
How did I get destroyed?
I appreciate you, and you know you don't like me, Dean. You know you don't like me, Parker, because
how did I get
I'm a Republican and I like you. That's why you don't like me.
How did Charlie Kirk destroy me?
No, you
You got flagged for harassment and bullying. Let's go to the next person.
Number one Dean hater. Let's be real.
Seriously, bro.
It's rare to find those. Unless you're on Twitter. Then it's rare to not find them.
Oh crap! Give me one
What's
sec.
up? How old are you?
Give me 1 sec.
Airman. It's Airman.
It is?
Wait, how'd you know? I was about to show my face and put on a little act, bro.
I have a really good memory. My memory is like very exceptional.
My memories are like very exceptional. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Thanks.
I'm 20.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
No,
Why so?
he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He's not from America.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Dean, I want you to. Oh my god.
What'd you say?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I love you, Dean! I love you!
Only Dean, bro? Bro, people hate me.
I want to be too worried about it.
I'll tickle your toes at night, Deanie. I love my king.
Dude! Dude, everyone loves Dean, bro.
Boom. Boom.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Boom.
Hello.
How old are you?
I am 21.
Did you vote Trump?
What about
Yes, I did vote
hashtag?
Trump.
What about Parker's toes in the comment section?
Oh gosh,
Sorry.
please. Yeah, so why'd you vote Trump?
Well, I like his policies, and I am a very I'm an immigrant. My whole family is here, but it's just too expensive for me, you know.
Okay, so like what did the Biden-Harris administration? Dean got removed for community guidelines. What did the Biden-Harris administration do that you disagree?
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I am in Europe. I was going to scream at you, but it's 3 a.m. at the night, and my parents are asleep.
Dean only got a 10-minute ban. He's fine. He'll be back in a few minutes. By the way, everyone, you can check out my Cameo. It's linked tree in the bio. Same thing with PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
People don't hate you, Parker. I love you.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you. No, I was just memeing. Because everyone was saying Dean specifically. Bethany, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. I won't. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm sorry, I did not mean to join.
You're good. Don't worry. You're good. All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, I love you. I'll suck your toes. I promise. You like.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Can you name one Trump policy you like? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. All right, all right. Yeah, thank you so much for the hand hearts. Thank you so much, everyone. Cam, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Crazy, crazy. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Why so?
To end the war in Ukraine and a couple other reasons, but we can start with that.
How is Trump going to end the war in Ukraine?
I don't think he's necessarily going to end the war in Ukraine, but the fact that he's willing to acknowledge that he did, I think that's more than Kamala ever did.
They also acknowledge that they want an end, right? That just also relies on like us containing Russia. Russia's like the invading force.
Wait, what's that? Say that again.
Russia's the invading force, so we have to contain Russia in order for us to actually like develop peace in the region.
No, I agree with that, but I also think that the war in Ukraine is also very misunderstood. I think that Ukraine itself, I'd say that 60% of Ukraine actually wants to fight that war, but when you look at the polls that they've taken, 34 to like 40% of the Ukraine population actually would prefer Ukraine to end the war right now with concessions to Russia.
40%?
I'd say like 30 to 40%.
Okay,
but
let's say isn't like a justifiable number. Olivia, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Lena, thank you so much for the $10. It's just like a personal. You get like a personal video essentially. And then Caden, thank you for the cameo. I'll check that out later. Thank you so much, Caden. John, I can't hear you. Can't hear you, John. All right. Yo, hello? Okay. All right. We're just gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Wild. That's wild. All right. Let's get this next person up here. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live, everyone. It will help get out to more people. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Squirt in my mouth! Please!
Dude, ever since that video went viral, chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I love you so much, Parker.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Did I just add them up, chat? I think I did just add them up. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. Let's get to 1.5 million likes. Fill the bar up a few times, everyone. It will help send it out to more people. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 25.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did.
Why so?
Well, good question. Get some more of this.
Bro's got MAGA mobile. I'm sorry. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Straight up MAGA mobile. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Fetus. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live, everyone.
Hello.
What's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 19.
Did you want to vote Trump? Or
I
did you vote
did
Trump? Sorry.
vote for Trump.
You didn't?
I did.
Okay, why so?
Because I feel like, well, at the time, I felt like he was going to lower, he was going to lower taxes for Americans because, like, that's what he promised.
Okay, so specifically, like,
And
okay, what evidence do you have that he? Wait, sorry. You said he was going to lower taxes.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you know that Kamala Harris was going to lower taxes for 100 million Americans, specifically for middle-class Americans, whereas Donald Trump's tax cuts predominantly went to rich people, and he was going to actually increase taxes on lower-income individuals through tariffs?
Well, see, I heard that, but it's like I didn't believe it. I still don't.
Okay, can you define tariff?
No, I can't define that.
Okay, so if you can't define a tariff, then obviously you're not going to know whether or not it has an impact on something. So a tariff is a tax on an import into the country, which that gets passed down to the consumer because it's placed on the importer. That's the only way it could lead to a domestic production increase, right? So that's
Okay.
what Donald Trump's advocating for. He wants to bring back jobs to the United States. In order for it to bring back jobs to the United States, it has to increase the cost of goods coming into the United States, which not only will increase the cost of goods coming into the United States, but it'll also increase the cost on goods that are already developed in the United States because there'll be a lower supply of available goods to American consumers for a higher with a higher demand.
Okay. I have a question. So, like, are you going to continue to, like, bash Trump even though he already won?
Yes.
But, like, why, though, if he already won?
Because it is the case that he's a bad person and tens of millions of people support him.
Okay, but, like, how is he a bad person? Like, most politicians are not good people.
Yeah, he was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. He bragged about walking into changing rooms of naked teenage girls because he quote unquote owns the place. He bragged about grabbing women by the vagina without asking. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He restricted women's access to abortion, even in instances in which they've been assaulted because he left it up to the states. He denies science as it relates to climate change, says that the climate is going to start cooling and science just doesn't know it yet. That's why he's a bad person.
Okay, but like I said, most politicians are not good people. So then what are we supposed to do?
That's
Then?
bad.
But then what are we supposed to do if they're all bad?
Can you name anything Kamala Harris has done that is anywhere near as bad?
I'm saying, you're not understanding what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that all politicians.
Can't hear you currently. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. I was getting heavy troll vibes from that person, by the way. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Did you vote Trump?
No, but where did my King Dean go?
He'll be back in a second. You got a 10-minute ban. 10-minute ban. All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to join.
Of course, of course.
I'm so
Let's go
sorry.
to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. You want to support me? Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I love you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let's get this next person up here real quick. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Let's get this next person up here real quick. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
Why so?
What's that?
Why so?
I think mainly just because get rid of all the immigration, threaten to pull out of NATO so other countries pay up and we have lower prices in America.
Yeah, so lower prices in America. Did you know that tariffs cause prices to go up? So actually Donald Trump will cause prices to go up.
Yeah, but we can resource those things in our own country. We don't need to, tariff other countries for stuff we can make in our own country and supply jobs.
Okay, so like you understand that would cause a higher price, right? And it would actually decrease overall jobs because it decreases the size of the US economy.
So, like, I live in Michigan, and we used to have like major manufacturing for automotive parts. And now, like, a lot of that stuff's done overseas. People don't have the same corporation and the jobs that they used to do for like the big three: GM, Chrysler, Ford.
Yeah, yeah, and in the past, like people used to pick every single one of like the corn and like the beans and everything on our on like fields in the United States, and now we use machines.
And well, I'm mainly
So
why
like
I voted
should
for
we ban
Trump.
the usage of machines to keep more jobs?
Well, no, I mean machines help us a lot, but
Okay.
mainly what I voted for Trump was because the automotive industry, and I'm not in favor of electric vehicles at all.
Okay. So you're not a fan of electric vehicles. Okay, cool. What's your point?
The Green New Deal from
There's no
Biden
Green
and
New Deal. It's the
Harris, and
Inflation Reduction Act. It was the largest investment in renewable energy ever. And what's the issue with that? We need to do that in order to fight
like
climate change.
California wants to ban all gasoline motors by 2035 or whatever.
That's the sale of them.
Yeah, well, what happens when you can't buy them? No
What
one's gonna have them.
people are more incentivized to buy electric vehicles
Sure.
and or use like public transportation.
Yeah, and public transportation. If you live in the city, you can use it, great. But if you don't,
Okay, what do you mean? They're building up infrastructure for electric vehicles.
well, I mean, as of recently, a lot of manufacturers are pulling back on electric vehicles because the sales aren't there.
Sales are increasing for electric vehicles like every year.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they
I
are.
work in the automotive industry. I know they're not
Yeah.
increasing.
Wait, you understand typically every year they increase. The only reason that there would be a reduction in the increase is because of interest rates. Which is also seen with other automotives. So I don't know why you're only applying that to electric vehicles.
Sure, I mean the price of vehicles have gone up, but the sale of electric vehicles has been stagnant and hasn't increased. There's no demand
Since
for it.
when? Since when?
Since they came out, since the last 4 years.
The last 4 years has there been a reduction in sales in all vehicles in the past 4 years?
I would say yes, but no one's buying electric vehicles. I mean, you can still
Why are
see
you only associating that to be
you can
true with
still you
electric
can still
vehicles?
view the market.
Why are you only seeing that? Oh, wait, actually, did you know in 2023 there were 14 million EVs registered,
Oh,
which
did
is a
you
30,
actually know? You're just looking stuff on
which
Google
is a
right now.
35%. Yeah, of course I am. It's a 35% increase.
Yeah, you can look up whatever you see. That's the same thing with all the facts that you have. It's just you just see something online and you believe it, and that's that's the
No,
whole
I just
reason why
I
I voted
look at like
Republican.
actual like evidence.
Yeah, and you look at fake news just like everything else is out there.
Yeah, so in 2023 there was a 56% increase comparative to 2022 sales. So you're just lying.
No, you're just looking up whatever you can find to
Yeah, which
say
is a source
something.
still. I'm looking at Statista right now, and
Yeah,
it's
well,
increased. It's actually
I
increased
see the
every
real
year.
source, and
It's actually increased every
it's.
year. The only time it stayed stagnant was under Trump's administration.
I talk to vehicle owners every single day. I work at a car dealership. No one is in favor of electric vehicles, and what they're
You
trying to
could
push.
wait. You could say no one's in favor of electric vehicles that you've met. That doesn't matter. That doesn't change anything.
Well, I'm
And
just saying
I actually prefer
that's one of the biggest reasons that I voted for Trump was because the EPA restrictions were getting forced on, and they're getting rid of.
those are good. EPA restrictions are good because they cause a greater level of efficiency overall. Because when
I
there
know
isn't, listen,
you're
when there isn't the regulation implemented, there's a greater level of externalities that negatively impact more people.
sure, but like when you look at like our carbon footprint compared to other countries, we're really not that bad. So I don't feel
Oh,
the
what do you
need.
mean? We're 5% of the population, and yet we make up a majority of overall level of emissions, right, over time.
Yeah, but we're not as bad as other countries. So why should we be worried about
And the
it?
person in the chat, mine's 25. I don't know why someone's saying it's 36, but go for it. What were you saying?
I'm just saying our emissions aren't that bad compared to other countries. So why should we be worried about it when it's causing US taxpayers money to push this stuff?
To push like electric vehicles?
Yeah, and all the
Because overall it will cause a reduction in the level of externalities that negatively impact the general public.
I don't think so. The
Well, no,
United States
that's like
runs
what
on oil.
economists indicate.
We run on oil. That is our lifeline is oil.
Yeah, and what I'm arguing is that if we specifically invest in renewable energies, we're going to be less reliant on other countries around the world for things like oil.
But it'll never work. Like what
Yes, it
renewable
will.
energies are better than, oil.
Solar, wind, they're becoming significantly more cost effective over time. In the past decade, they became 4 times cheaper.
Solar has some opportunity. I don't think wind at all
Wind is
has any.
absolutely good, absolutely good.
Eh, I don't know.
The issue with them is when there's an
Kill more
inconsistent
birds than they create energy.
the issue with them is that when there's an inconsistent share of like wind or sun, right, in a particular area, which can lead to a reduction in how much we have to be able to take care of people. So we need batteries and or something to be able to take over like whenever we don't have like enough power, which would be like nuclear. So the issue with nuclear and why we don't do that all the time is because it's super expensive, but it can specifically like we can use it in circumstances in which we don't have like other types of energies.
Yeah, I think oil should always be available, and I think it's good that Trump wants to drill in the
Do you believe
United
in climate
States.
change caused by humans?
Sorry?
Maria, thank you so much for the cameo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Do you believe in human caused climate change?
No, not at all.
No, you
No,
don't.
it's freezing. It's like 19 degrees outside. I was outside today. I was freezing my butt off.
So you don't believe in so you deny science.
Dude, oh my god. Okay,
You said
Dims,
climate change isn't
listen,
real.
listen,
Global warming isn't
listen,
real because it's cold outside.
listen, buddy. Was that serious?
That was serious. Yeah.
Dims, have you like lived in like Death Valley, like California, Nevada, wherever the hell it is? Would you be saying that climate change does exist because of how warm it is outside?
Maybe.
Okay, you're stupid. You could fix that though. This is not a personal attack. I almost feel morally obligated to tell you that you're stupid because of how fundamentally flawed that thought process is and how incredibly bad it is for our collective futures. We will not progress as a society if more people think like you do. we have to consider
I get
so
it.
many things when we're determining if climate change does or
I
doesn't
get it,
exist.
right?
And you can't just say because it's cold where you are, therefore 97% of climate scientists that have dedicated their lives to studying the world around us and have gone through 12 plus years of schooling and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on it are all wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure, but like, how long is it gonna take for climate change to affect us? Like, shouldn't we work to stabilize economy, make stuff
It
cheaper in
already
America?
is.
And me and
We can work
Parker,
on
we were
multiple
just
things at
talking
once.
about the
Tibbs,
automotive.
our federal government is so fucking big. There is so many branches of our federal well, there's 3 branches of our federal government. There's so many departments that operate under our federal government. There's so many people in Congress. There's so many people in the different departments, in the different sects that are all focusing on different things. It is so entirely possible for us to have a functioning right federal government that focuses on the economy, fixates on inflation, makes our lives better, gives us more money, while also addressing more systemic problems that are causing, climate change. It is entirely possible for us to have a multifaceted approach to the policy in which we are communicating through our federal government to the American people.
Well, yeah, I mean, me and Parker were just talking about automotive industry and electric vehicles and oil and gas. And I was just saying, I mean, the climate change is going to happen, but it's going to take a long time to happen. So don't you think we should be worried about what energy we can use, like oil, to make that very cheap
We should be
and
focused on both,
accessible?
right? That's actually exactly what the Biden Harris administration did. They approved more drilling permits, including for fracking, than any administration that we've ever had, meaning that we're producing more oil now than we have ever, right? While at the same time making multi-million-dollar investments into the research and development of renewable energy resources. So when we have the adequate infrastructure after years and years and years and years of investment, that we could switch to more renewable sources of energy without increasing the prices of energy for the American consumer. That's what we're doing. We're like, oil's bad, but we should still be producing more because that's what's the cheapest, and we want a larger amount of global dominance. So when we have, sufficient infrastructure to support a renewable energy resource grid, that we can make that switch, right? And that's what we're doing. I think that's the best plan.